I'ma ball till the day I fall. Yeah. I'm on that good cushion alcohol. I got some damn bitches I can call. I don't know what I would do without y'all. I'ma ball till the day I fall.
I like beer.
Till the day I fall.
I know it's hard to admit it that you found love. It's hard to stay in it, but he's better than anyone I've seen you with before. It's true love, don't fake it. You better not, you better not. It's right here, don't waste it. You better not, you better not.
Can we forget about the things I said when I was drunk? I didn't mean to call you that. I can't remember what was said or what you threw at me. Please tell me why.
Because when the sun shines, we shine together. Told you I'll be here forever. Said I'll always be your friend. You can stand under my umbrella. Ella, ella, eh, eh, eh. Under my umbrella. Ella, ella, eh, eh, eh. Under my umbrella. Ella, ella, eh, eh, eh. Under my umbrella. Ella, ella, eh, 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 eh.
Lifestyle to the rich and the famous. They're always complaining, always complaining. If money is such a problem, well, they got mansions. Think we should rob them. Lifestyle to the rich and the famous. We'll take clothes, cash, cars, and homes. Just stop complaining. If money is such a problem, well, they got mansions. Think we should rob them.
Shake your money maker. Like you were shaking it for some paper. Took your mama 9 months to make ya. Might as well shake what your mama gave ya. You looking good in them jeans. I bet you look even better with me in between. I keep my mind on my money, money on my mind. But you's a hell of a distraction when you shake your behind.
Just like nicotine, heroin, morphine. Suddenly I'm a fiend and you're all I need, all I need. Yeah, yeah, all I need is you, babe. And I'm a sucker for the way that you move, babe. And I could try to run, but it would be you,
Damn, I ain't be going psycho. Lil' mama bad like Michael. Can't really trust nobody with all this jewelry on you. My roof look like a no-show. Got diamonds by the polo. Come with the Tony. I just for clubs and all the pictures. Know you're mine. Hands on your body. I don't wanna waste no time. I can look away. Just gotta say, and I'm like, whoa, man, my legs so goddamn cold. Diamonds when my teeth are slow. I don't always let it go. I just let you know you're.
Babe, don't make a sound. 2 a.m. love, gotta keep it down. Don't wait around for a signal now. Give me some verb, I ain't taking now. You wanna ride in the 6, you wanna dine in the 6. But when I lean for the kiss, you said I'll probably send you some pics. And I'm like, hell no, we're waiting too long. Hell no, I want that cruel love. Hell no, we're waiting too long. Hell no, I want that cruel love. Body of mine, losing all my innocence. Yeah, body of mine, finding all my innocence. Yeah, body of mine, losing all my innocence. Yeah, body of mine, finding all my innocence.
In videos.
I hope that you like this, but you probably won't. You think you're cooler than me. You got designer shades just to hide your face, and you wear them around like you're cooler than me. And you never say hey or remember my name. It's probably because you think you're cooler than me.
To die today, motherfucker. No.
Cause it's easy once you know how it's done.
just to meet you where you been. I could show you incredible things, magic, madness, heaven, sin. Saw you there and I thought, oh my God, look at that face. You look like my next mistake. Love's a game, wanna play. So it's gonna be forever, or it's gonna go down in flames. You can tell me when it's over, if the high was
Acquire.
worth the pain. Got a long list of ex-lovers, they'll tell you I'm insane. But I got a blank space, baby, and I'll write your name. Oops, I got not problems singing bye bye bye. Hold up, if you wanna go and take a ride with me, better hit me, baby, one more time. Paint a picture for you and me on the days when we were young, singing at the top of our lungs. You and baby, it's amazing I'm in this maze with you. I just can't crack the code. One day you're screaming your love aloud, the next day you're so cold. One day you're here, one day you're there, one day you're there. It's so unfair. Sipping from your cup till it runs over. Holy well.
Bring that ass back like a boom, boom, boom.
I like dollars, I like diamonds, I like stunning, I like shining, I like $1,000,000 deals. Where's my pen? Bitch, I'm signing. I like those Balenciagas, the ones that look like socks. I like going to the Tula, I put rocks all in my watch. I like texts from my exes when they want a second chance. I like proving niggas wrong, I do what they say I can't. So that bitch, I'm sorry though, got my coins like Mario. Yeah, they call me Cardi B, I run this shit like cardio.
Hopes for a living, shooting for the stars, but I couldn't make a killing. Didn't have a time, but I always had a vision. Always had high hopes. Had to have high hopes for a living. Didn't know how, but I always had a feeling I was gonna be that one in a million. Always had high hopes.
Beverly Hills, that's where I want to be. Living in Beverly Hills, Beverly Hills, rolling like a celebrity. Living in Beverly Hills.
Whoopity scoop, scoopty doo, whoopty scoopty doo, whoopty scoopty, scoopty doo, whoopity scoop.
High hopes for a living, shooting for the stars, but I couldn't make a killing. Didn't have a time, but I always had a vision. Always had high hopes.
I'm learning to fly, but I ain't got wings. Coming down is the hardest thing.
You stick out of the crowd, baby, it's a no-brainer. It ain't that hard to choose. Him or me, be for real, baby, it's a no-brainer. You got your mind on loose, go hard and watch the sunrise. One night it changed your whole life. Pop top, drop top, baby, it's a no-brainer. Put 'em up if you really, yeah, 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 yeah. So, yeah, whoa,
I'm learning to fly, but I ain't got wings. Coming down is the hardest thing.
baby, it's a no-brainer.
You, girl.
Yeah, I know you like to think your shit don't stink, but lean a little bit closer, see, roses really smell like boo boo boo. Yeah, noses really smell like boo boo boo, like boo boo boo.
Let me hear you say this shit is bananas. This shit is bananas. This shit is bananas. This shit is bananas. Few times been round that track, so stop school to have been like that, 'cause it ain't no holler back, girl. Ain't no holler back, girl. Few times been round that track, so stop school to have been like that, 'cause ain't no holler back, girl.
It's not delivery. It's
These nuts.
Swing, swing, swing from the tangles of my heart is crushed by a former love. Can you help me find a way to carry on again? By Miss American Pie, drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Them good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye and singing, "This will be the day that I die." That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. Swing, swing from the tangles of my heart. It's crushed by a former love. Them good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye and singing, "This will be the day that I die."
She can get a taste. She can get a taste. What did it say? It starts saying like Mary Kate. She can get a taste. Let you get a taste. Did he let her taste? Yeah, that's cool, but he ain't like me. Slide on the 10th game with my pinky ring. Lot of gang, lot of pieces in the icy chain. Why you claim that you rich, that's a false claim. I'll be straight to the rib, no baggage claim. Whole lot of styles, can't even pronounce the name. You ain't got no style, see you on my Instagram. I be rocking it like it's fresh out the pen. Only when I'm taking pics, I'm the middleman.
We might not know why, we might not know how, but baby tonight, we're beautiful now. We'll light up the sky, we'll open the clouds, 'cause baby tonight, we're beautiful now. We're beautiful. Check, yes, Juliet, are you with me? Rain is falling down on the sidewalk. I won't go until you come outside. Check, yes, Juliet, kill the limbo. I'll keep tossing rocks at your window. There's no turning back for us tonight. I like that you're broken like me. Baby, that makes me a fool. I like that you're lonely like me. I could be lonely with you.
Wow.
Hey there, Delilah, what's it like in New York City? I'm 1,000 miles away, but girl, tonight you look so pretty as you do. Times Square can't shine as bright as you. I swear it's true. Oh, it's what you do to me. Oh, it's what you do to me. Oh, it's what you do to me. Oh, it's what you do to me.
And I said, what about breakfast at Tiffany's? She said, I think I remember the film, and as I recall, I think we both kinda liked it. And I said, well, that's the one thing we got.
that we would always be. Without you, I feel lost at sea. Through the darkness, you'd hide with me. Like the wind, we'd be wild and free. You said to follow me anywhere. Through your eyes, tell me who won't be there. I gotta learn how to love without you. I gotta carry my cross without you. I can admit it, I'm just about to figure it out without you. And I'm not sitting on without you. Fuck, I'm going out without you. I'm gonna tear this city down without you. I'm going body and fly without you.
Oh, I need your love, babe. Yes, you know it's true. Hope you need my love, babe. Just like I need you. Hold me, love me, hold me, love me. I ain't got nothing but love, babe. 8 days a week.
You would not believe your eyes if 10 million fireflies lit up the world as I fell asleep. 'Cause they'd fill the open air and leave teardrops everywhere. You'd think me rude, but I would just stand and stare. I'd like to make myself believe that planet Earth turns slowly. It's hard to say that I'd rather stay awake when I'm asleep. 'Cause everything is never as it seems. When I fall asleep.
One more time, thanks for the memories, even though they weren't so great. It tastes like you, sweet. One night, yeah, one more time, thanks for the memories, thanks for the memories. It tastes like you, sweet.
But I'm not crazy, I'm just a little unwell. I know right now you can't tell, but stay a while and maybe then you'll see a different side of me. I'm not crazy, I'm just a little impaired. I know right now you don't care, but soon enough you're gonna think of me and how I used to be.
I'm a sick fuck, I like a quick fuck. I'm a sick fuck, I like a quick fuck. I'm a sick fuck, I like a quick fuck. I'm a sick fuck.
You're such a fucking hoe, I love it. You're such a fucking hoe, I love it.
I'm a sick fuck, I like a quick fuck.
And he says, our song is a slam and scream door, sneaking out, tapping on your window when we're on the phone and you talk real slow. 'Cause it's late and your mama don't know. Our song is the way you laugh. The first date, man, I didn't kiss him and I should have. And when I got home, for I said amen, asking God in pain, could play it again. She's a mean and crazy dictator, disco diva, and you wonder who's that chick? Who's that chick? So hard for you to keep her, so hard for you to leave her. Who's that chick?
When the fuck did we get ice cream?
Agreement. Contract. Contract. Breakthrough.
She said she too young, don't want no man. So she gon' call her friends, now that's a plan.
Breakthrough.
I just ordered sushi from Japan. Now yo bitch wanna kick it, Jackie Chan.
Know that you right. Go beer on Friday night. A pair of jeans that fit just right. And the radio, oh, that's this song. See the love in my woman's eyes. Feel the touch of my precious child. And oh, mother's love.
She said she too young, don't want no man. So she gon' call her friends, now that's a plan. I just ordered sushi from Japan. Now yo bitch wanna kick it, Jackie Chan.
I should be over all the butterflies, but I'm into you, I'm into you. And baby, even on the worst nights, I'm into you, I'm into you. Let them wonder how we got this far, 'cause I don't really need to wonder at all. Yeah, after all this time, I'm still into you. And the Jay-Z song was on. So I put my hands up to playing my song. The butterflies fly away. Nodding my head like yeah. Moving my hips like yeah. I got my hands up to playing my song. I know I'm gonna be okay. Yeah. It's a party in the USA. Yeah. It's a party in the USA. Yeah. It's a party in the USA.
Where to go?
Like a thief in the night, I'm coming for your heart, I'm coming for your heart. This time it's anything goes. I guess I'm just a selfish ghost. Like a thief in the night, I'm coming for your heart, I'm coming for your heart. This time it's anything goes. I guess I'm just a selfish ghost.
When you say it like that, oh, got me falling right back, oh. When you say it like that, oh, let me fuck you right back, oh.
I guess I'm just a selfish ghost.
Hi, I'm Paul.
is a mastermind. Fuck a bitch to pass the time. Mass appeal, orange rind. Smoke your green, I'm spending mine. The beat is which is brew. But beware, this shit is potent. EE coming on her face. Now there's poetry in motion. Yeah, Gambino make it work. I'm the boss, move something. Yeah, it's cool. Fucking suits me. Swag too, button. Yeah, these girls be acting crazy when they're dancing Black Swan. I ain't fucking at the club. Put your clothes back on.
I can still shut down the party. I can hang with anybody. I can drink whiskey and red wine, champagne all night, little scotch on the rocks, and I'm fine, I'm fine. But when I taste tequila, baby, I still see ya cutting up the floor in a sorority t-shirt, the same one you wore when we were sky high in Colorado. Your lips pressed against the bottle, slamming on the Bible, baby, I'd never leave you. I remember how bad I need you.
Don't let me
Give me the beat, boys, and free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll. Let me drift away. Let me drift away.
She says we gotta hold on to what we've got. It doesn't make a difference if we make it or not. We got each other, and that's a lot for love. We'll give it a shot. Oh, we're halfway there. Whoa, living on a prayer. Take my hand, we'll make it, I swear. Oh, living on a prayer.
Tell me when you're gonna rise. Waste a day and spend the night underneath the sunrise. Show me where your love lies. Tell me when you're gonna rise. Waste a day and spend the night underneath the sunrise. Show me where your love lies.
You know how long I've been on ya. Since Prince on Apollonia. Since OJ had isotoners. Don't act like I never told ya. You know how long I've been on ya. Since Prince on Apollonia. Since OJ had isotoners. Don't act like I never told ya.
If I go crazy, then will you still call me Superman? If I'm alive and well, will you be there holding my hand? I'll keep you by my side with my superhuman mind, kryptonite.
Is it desire, or is it love that I'm feeling for you? I want desire, 'cause your love only gets me abused. Is it desire, or is it love that I'm feeling for you? I want desire, 'cause your love only gets me abused.
Laurel.
What you gonna do with all that junk inside your trunk?
I'ma get you drunk, get you love drunk off my hump.
What you gonna do with all that breasts inside that shirt?
I'ma make you work, make you work, make you work. Razor, got buck for all my day ones. 2 middle fingers for the haters. Life's only getting greater. Straight up from nothing we go. Higher than the highest skyscraper. No late to leave, we major. Love proof is in the paper. We put the good in the good in the good life. We put the good in the good in the good life. We put the bad in the past, now we alright. Now we alright.
Time for fancy cars and carnivals and supermodels. It's exactly the way it is inside my head when I dream about it. All the things I can leave without, and leave without, cause they're all around me. Only thing that I can't afford is to leave myself trying to please somebody.
Good in the good in the good life. We put the good in the good in the good life. We put the bad in the past, now we alright.
Let's stop before it gets messy. Let's stop before it gets heavy. It's not too late. Just say you never let me. Let's stop before it gets messy.
I can't stop it. No, I can't control it.
All right.
Feel it overloaded.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's lock in. Good morning to absolutely everybody. Good morning to traders. Good morning to investors. East Coast, West Coast, Africa, India, Southern, Western Asia. Let's get ready for a big day. Traders, as of now, I know, again, quick little trade I just had before I jumped on. Did just make $130 on a GLMD short. Now, as you guys can imagine, GLMD, very kind of simple, straightforward trade right here, right? And good morning to Europe. You got it. Very simple, very easy. What happened over on GLMD, guys? First off, look at GLMD's volume. Like, GLMD has a lot of attention. GLMD has a lot of action. GLMD, again, a lot of people are focused over on GLMD at this time. Now, the thing is, when did we see GLMD? Pretty straightforward, very simple here, team. It is making sure you get the answers every single day. It cannot be any easier for us. All we're doing is you look at the news scanner, 7 o'clock, 7:30, 8 o'clock, 8:30. These are the press release times. Every single morning, it is the same exact thing. 7 o'clock, 7:30, 8 o'clock, 8:30, we see big spikes, we see big reversals. If you watch Fox Runner at 7 o'clock, 7:30, 8 o'clock, 8:30, you will find stocks that come out with hot news. Stocks that come out with hot news is going to give the world a reason to buy a play. A play has a reason to be bought up, it shoots up too high, it dumps back on down. So what do we look for? We look for lower float plays. All you guys are going to want to do is just filter out your floats. This is the only filter you need. 0 to 30 million in float. That's all you need. 0 to 30 million in float. That is it. And as again, you have your 0 to 30 million in float. We know again that during these hot times, we're going to see hot press releases. Lower float stocks are going to go on bigger spikes. And guess what we have right here, guys? 7:30 a.m. GLMD. GLMD 3-star press release. Why is it a 3-star press release? Because it has the word breakthrough. When you have the word breakthrough, what is it? Well, it's usually a biopharmaceutical company, aka a drug company, aka a medical company. We have a breakthrough in development in the brain. Guess what? It's getting that hype. Stock again shoots up 63, 70%. It dumps back on down. We can clearly see again right here. One of the best press releases of the day, GLMD 3-star press release, talks about a breakthrough right here. Breakthrough of development of brain penetrating for new formulation in its SCDI inhibitor, Armacol. So again, we have this awesome press release that's basically, again, just, you know, the main hype right now. Positive. Now, why did I jump in on this play? Why did I jump in over on GLMD? Well, traders, simply enough, GLMD, I only had 1,000 shares filled. I was looking for a lot more. Now, why was I looking for more? Because we know that the target on GLMD is the 200-day moving average. The 200-day moving average is at the price of 115. That is the absolute best price to get filled on this play. So I did not get filled at 115. I got filled at 108, but I'll be honest with you, I had tons of orders. I had orders at 115, 117, 120, 123, 124. I was going to look for, again, as many different entries as I could, anything above 115. So GLMD, notice what the high of the day was. Anyone see? 116. So again, we came up right towards, again, what? The top. We came right up towards the 200-day moving average. We hit the 200-day moving average and dumped back on down. I placed my entries right after we hit that 200-day moving average, and it never came back on up. But guys, that 200-day moving average is going to be the main resistance line. So really, in the most simple aspects possible, again, I try to always make this break this on down as easy as I can. Every morning, doesn't matter if you're experienced, if you do this for a living, or if, again, you're brand new. Every morning, 7 o'clock, 7:30, 8 o'clock, 8:30, watch the Fox Runner News Scanner. Filter it out for lower floats. When you get lower floats, you're only going to get the hottest plays. At again 7:30, GLMD comes on out, goes on a very big spike, rip and run. You either buy right away and you look to see where the stock is going to go up to, and then you go over to trade ideas and do your charting, or again, wherever you guys want to do your charting. 115, if a stock goes from 62 cents up to 115 and we have almost a 100% increase, it's most likely going to get some sort of pullback. So all I did on this play was see the news, stock spiked on up, hit strong resistance, shorted it back on down, and just like that, I was able to make $130. So, news, past chart history pattern, reversal, bada boom, bada bing, making that money. What else do we have here? NXL getting a little bit of hype right now. Hold on. NXL, no, don't need that one at this moment. It still seems like the majority of the buying volume is still over on GLMD. GLMD does still seem like the majority of the buying volume right here. Now, guys, what would you guys say GLMD is setting itself up in? GLMD, I'm seeing a little bit of hype right here. You know, see this little bull flag pattern, this little ascending wedge pattern, whatever you guys want to call it. Again, we're looking for triangles. If we're looking for a wedge, a triangle, a corner, whatever you guys want to call it, it's when a stock is getting tighter and tighter and tighter, and we are bound to see something explosive happen. We are bound to be able to see hype or momentum or ripping or running. We want to be able to see this next leg kind of push on through here. So, want to make sure that we are all set. Want to make sure, again, every single person is fully aware GLMD is the top play. 115 is strong resistance. If it breaks 115, we could possibly take on off. If we break 115, we might see that next leg. Okay? So, want to make sure you guys are all good here. Good morning, Deck. Good morning, Deck. Elab again. Are we getting a little Elab action? Elab again. Elab $5 resistance. Let's go back. Elab has been... Guys, take a look. If anyone, excuse me, let me actually go back a little bit farther here. I want to see how high can this go up to. We do have a little resistance right now on Elab, right at the price around 550. If 550 breaks, we could get all the way up towards around $687. If you want to, I do not mind an Elab short like right at this area. Let's just review this here for a second. For anyone who does not know, last week, Elab went all the way from $3 and spiked all the way up towards $8. Then went from $8, spiked all the way up to $15. Then it went from $15 and crashed all the way back on down to $3. Last week, Elab was incredible. Last week, Elab went insane. Last week, Elab $3 stock to $15 stock. Starting to get a little hype right now. Notice your main areas of resistance. That's what you guys got to focus on right here. Main areas of resistance, main areas of trouble. Okay? This is what I see. I want to make it super clear for everyone right now. If you are looking at the past here, okay, I'm even going to extend this even more here. This is what you guys want to be focusing on. All right? Elab. Definitely a play to be watching. Let me kind of just grab this so we're all set here. Okay. So here's Elab. Main areas of resistance. We have two areas right now. Number one is going to be right around that 550-ish mark. 550 is an old spiking high right here. 550 is an old spiking high right here. 550 is an old spiking high right here. 550 is multiple old spiking highs right here. You can also see 550 was a dip buy right here. So you can actually see 550 has had a fair share of reversals. Now, what else can you guys see? You can also see you had reversals here. That's a strong reversal. You can see bounce play here. 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 These are going to be strong areas as well. So that's going to be either 550 or 690. Two main lines that you guys are going to want to be looking at. Two main lines that are going to lead towards, again, some nice reversal areas. So let me just make sure that you guys are fully aware of these marks here so that you guys are all set, ready to rock and roll. 550, or excuse me, 690 resistance and 550 resistance. So what does that mean? Hey Deck, what does that mean for us? Well, that means, again, that's where reversals can happen. Okay? So you can look for a possible breakout at, that 550 mark, or you can look for a shorting entry. If we do break 550 and we start spiking, we know, again, our next target's going to be up towards around 690. So Elab on watch today after being a massive breakout last week. Clear-cut reversal areas at 550 and 690. We also do have GLMD, guys, still slowly grinding its way on up. So Elab still, again, watching that one. Guys, also GLMD starting to work itself back on up right now. Oh! Yes! Come on! Oh! Fired up. Today's day one of the Masters, my favorite sporting event of the entire year. So I'm going to be absolutely locked in for the next, again, 4 days straight watching some high-quality golf. It is Master season. Maybe the greatest spectator, the greatest sporting event where the highest quality athletes in the world get to shine. So right now, team, we are all good. We have Elab, still a high watch. Again, 550, still a great little area. As for GLMD, do not forget. Again, GLMD, I am going to just kind of make this super easy and simple to follow along. GLMD, it's just the 200-day moving average. It's not crazy. It's just, if you use the 200-day moving average, which every single person in the world should be using, only on your daily chart. 200-day moving average on the daily chart. You guys should know, you guys are going to have some trouble right around 116. Okay? So you guys do have 116, 200-day moving average resistance. And that is why that's going to have some trouble. That's why we're not going to be able to break through that one very easily. So I would just say, again, keep your eyes peeled over on this play. GLMD, the top stock to watch, right? Top stock to watch this morning. But, right, 116 will hold as strong resistance due to the 200-day moving average. Awesome. Oh, yes. Come on. Let's get it. Everyone jump. Stick your hands in the air. Elab, GLMD, top two plays right now. One most likely will spike. The other one most likely will dump. All right, traders, let's see what we get. Here comes GLMD still trying to spike itself on up a little bit. All right, guys, we do have GLMD still hitting that 115 mark. That's obviously going to be tough to break. We also do have Elab. Guys, Elab just had that quick little spike on up. GLMD might be getting a little weaker. Elab still trying to get a little spike back on up here. Gonna get our day going. Gonna get it going. X-Men. Bonjour, Deck. Ça va bien? Ça va bien ce matin? I don't know what that last part means. But bonjour. Ça va bien? Très bien. Here we go. Here we go. I'm slowly learning. We are getting it going here. Things are good this morning. Très bien. Moi aussi. Et toi? GLMD? PMAX? RAI? Oui! Oui! Ça va bien, moi aussi? Oh, we're talking now, baby. Now we're having the conversations. Traders, let's see what we can get. Oh, that felt good. Elab right now. Guys, Elab is still coming on up. The 550 strong resistance line. Elab, strong resistance. Here comes that 550 area. What are you guys thinking over on Elab? Are we going to have another little pop and dump? We know 550 is tough, but if we break through that 550-ish mark, we know we could run all the way up towards around 690. That would be the ultimate goal, to run up towards around that 690 mark. I'm thinking about just doing some small entries around 550. And if we can hold, like, let's say we don't go above 550, then we can keep on holding this and try to make a little bit of money. So I want to see, can we get another kind of big upper shadow right off that 550 mark? I am slowly adding over on, again, Elab. I want to see if Elab is going to be able to get that reversal for us. I'm just going to do 250 shares at a time. Just a little heads up right now, guys. I am going to start slowly trying to build a position over on Elab. And as long as it stays underneath, again, 560, I'm okay with it. I don't want to see a new high of the day of 565 or anything like that. But I do want to slowly try to start building a little bit of a position over on Elab in case that 550, 560 mark holds. And then we can reverse back on down, okay? So let's just see what we get right here coming up on Elab. Elab, I want to see if 550 holds. Now, again, I showed you guys that image. There's two main areas. There's 550, and then again, there is going to be 690. We got to be careful. We don't want to obviously put ourselves in a bad position if we keep on breaking out and start going crazy. So we gotta make sure we're using our head here, okay? Let's just make sure we are staying smart. I do want to give it a little bit of a chance, but I don't want to get too crazy. I don't mind bringing up my cost basis slightly if I can. You know? If we can get a nice little reversal, I'll take it. So, guys, right now I do have 1,700 shares at the price of 548. Just a little heads up for you guys. I want to see if we get a little reversal and a little bit of a dump. 1,700 shares at the price of 548 right now. Just a little heads up for you guys, okay? So right now, I am in on an Elab trade. Now, Deck, why you in on Elab? Right now, I'm up $100 over on Elab. And again, the reason why I'm in on Elab, as I was showing before, is if you guys just scroll back to like a 15-minute time frame, there's a lot of old trouble right at this red line. Take a look at this. 550, 560, you hit the red line, you fall. Here, 550, you hit the red line, you fall. 550, you hit the red line and fall. Here's again a little bit in the past. We came on up towards like 560, fell. 560, fell. You guys could see again, you know, you could follow this red line. But if you go above this red line, it's more this black line. Black line, 690, 690, 690, 690. So it's either 550, aka this red line, or more up towards around that 690 mark. So right now here, traders, we can go back into a 1-minute time frame, and we could see that we just hit this red line. We just hit this red line. Deck, where were you getting in on? I just got in at this red line. Now, little heads on up, traders. We are, getting 8 o'clock news. We might see something, spike right now. So I'm still in on my trade. Just want to make sure that you guys understand that. But we might be getting some other press releases coming on through here that could lead towards some big spikes, big rips, and big runs. So we have positive phase 1 data over on ASMB. I just want to make sure I'm staying ready, guys. I got to watch my trade, even though I want to help you guys find some other plays. SPIR, nothing there. If you guys see anything, make sure you guys say it out loud. Let's work together. Let's absolutely crush it. COYA, anything? No. Anything at 8 o'clock you guys see? OTH, I'm trying to look for any sort of big rippers and runners right now. Contract, ADUR. ADUR, guys, talks about awards permitting contract. Not really any buying volume just yet.
Breakthrough.
Let's see, breakthrough award over on AIRJ. Anything right there? No. All right, so nothing at 8 o'clock I see just yet. Nothing at 8 o'clock I see just yet. If we see anything spiking at 8 o'clock, let's make sure, again, we look at, go over it. Anything kind of popping up over on trade ideas here. Guys, GLMD, eyes and attention are trying to get back over to GLMD. Just a little heads up. TDTH, a little too small for me, but I will say AM Trader, it's still a great alert. So TDTH, little tiny for me. I will say it's a great alert. Regardless, I will say most people are going back over to GLMD right now. A lot of focus going back over to GLMD, trying to break that 200-day moving average at 116. Do not forget that, okay? Also, you guys know I am still sitting in my Elab trade here. I do want to see if Elab is going to get that nice reversal. Now, again, what reversal? What I'm essentially looking for, to be honest with you, is let's try to break this uptrend. Like, if we have a little bit of an uptrend right now, if we can crack underneath this uptrend and start getting a slow little fade, that's where probably some money is going to be able to be made. And also, where's the VWAP? VWAP is back on down towards 425. So what's a good realistic area to get out of this play? I would say if we could be able to, again, see Elab crack this uptrend and dump back down towards like low 530s, 520s, it's probably going to consolidate right next to this VWAP. So we're really just looking for a little bit of a crack, add like $300 on this day, and then, be able to make some money. Right now, though, as you guys can see, it's still holding. Still holding this little uptrend. Got to be careful on this, guys. I don't want it holding this uptrend, and I'm actually just going to, right now, might just get out of this trade. I'm going to get out of this trade and just try to break even right now. So I'm out right now. I gave it a chance, lost to 80 bucks. And again, the reason why I'm getting out is it's still holding the uptrend. I got in at 560 or 550, came back on down. Got in at 550, 560, came back on down. Got in at 550, 560, came back on down. It just had another little pop. It's still showing that it has strength and it definitely could still squeeze. I just want to be careful on it. So I don't mind. I gave it a small little chance. You know what? We made 130, lost $89. We are still in the green. And again, I just wanted to give that one a chance to see if that one is going to be able to pop. Right now, though, nothing I'm seeing. Let's go back over to GLMD. GLMD seems a little bit more hotter. GLMD seems a little bit more active. I wanted to give EPET a chance. Or Elab a chance, but there's a chance that might squeeze. I don't want to get squeezed out today. I don't want to get, I don't want to put myself in that sort of trouble, Right now, guys, GLMD trying to squeeze itself, and we're going to see if we get some hype and momentum towards the upside. Not too much at 8 o'clock, though. 8 o'clock was a little bit weaker here. So right now here, guys, it doesn't look like, Elab, we're still keeping that one on the back burner. That one's still inside that ascending triangle pattern. Now, what's an ascending triangle pattern? Ascending triangle pattern is a go-to pattern. Ascending triangle pattern, it essentially looks like this. Let me actually make your life as easy as possible, because that's what I like to do. When people say, oh, tell me about Sean Deckmar, you say, that guy makes my life as easy as possible. What a great young man. I say, man, you guys are fantastic. I love you. What a great young lad. All right. So an ascending triangle pattern is the same exact thing as you guys see right here. Do you guys see similarities between these two charts? Would you guys say, again, Elab has a similarity to, again, that ascending triangle pattern right there? I would definitely say there are similarities. So, that's why it's cool just to kind of be aware of, certain chart setups and certain patterns. Just because, you can always kind of, like compare the setups, and that's like something I like to do. I like to kind of compare the setups and be like, all right, hey, am I on the right path here? So I'll just post this little screenshot for you guys. But it's nice to just always take a look at, ascending triangle patterns or different setups that you guys can say, oh, wow, that makes sense. Elab on breakout watch. And this is also another reason on why I got out of my short. Just a little heads up for you. I don't want to be fighting a possible breakout. I don't want to be fighting a possible squeeze. I don't want to be fighting the chance of, again, a short squeeze happening and the stock erupting towards the upside. So, still have Elab, and also GLMD is a slow little gainer right now. Slow little gainer. No reason to put ourselves in any sort of bad play. Guys, here comes GLMD, still slowly working itself on up. New high of the day. No entry for myself. Give me 2 seconds. I'll be right back on the mic. 1 second, guys. GLMD slow and steady right now. Markets, how are they looking? S&P 500 had one of its biggest days of 2026. We have had an absolutely incredible bounce, 629 up towards, again, 674. Ladies and gentlemen, once we get above and stay above that 675 mark, this is like 675 is the area to get above and stay above. Take a look right here in the past, guys. Notice what you have over on the S&P 500. Notice the S&P 500 here. Bounce play, bounce play, bounce play, bounce play, and then sell off. Traders, what's going to be the issue? The issue is if we cannot hold above 674, 675, that is where there's going to be trouble, and it's actually going to hold up as resistance. We don't want 675 to be resistance. You guys can see we actually had some trouble in the past over here where, like, what happened? Where we actually had spike on up, hit the top, and then bounce all the way back on down. We got rejected. We don't want 675 to hold up as resistance and give everything back. We want this accelerated and breaking out and getting back more up towards around 700. So right here, team, the S&P 500 staying alert. Let's check out some other place. Let's check out the Mag 7. Meta from 520 up towards 620. Microsoft from, again, 355 up to 374. Google from 271 up to 315. Amazon from 200 up to 225. I'm going to be honest with you guys. In my long-term portfolio, Amazon is one of my biggest investments. So I will say that, guys, right now in my long-term portfolio, Amazon is one of my biggest investments. Just a little heads up for every single person, okay? So Amazon, we are going to be watching that. Staying alert and staying ready. I just like Amazon a lot. I think Amazon could absolutely change the game like forever with their deliveries, with their same day deliveries, with Just everything that they're doing. It's just, people don't go out shopping anymore. I remember when I was a little kid, and I kind of miss this. And even though, again, like sometimes, a lot of times you like think of like the late 1990s and the early 2000s, and you think about it, and it's like nostalgic, and you're like, oh man, what a crazy time. Like people always say it was the perfect time of technology. It was barely any technology, but just enough to help us, but didn't consume our lives. Do you guys remember back in, in the late 1990s, early 2000s, where every single person would have to go to the mall to shop? You would have to go to the mall. Christmas time was absolutely insane. And again, in the moment, you're like, oh man, I got to go to the mall in Christmas time. It's absolutely hectic. You're waiting in crazy lines. You're beating people up. But now you think about it, and you're like, man, that was a really fun time. No one does that anymore, right? Now, again, you just order it. You sit in your house, and it's here the next day. So yes, it's more convenient. Yes, it's more, but it just, it's different, obviously. But Amazon has been changing the game, and they've actually invested so much money into AI. I really like Amazon a lot, and I do think Amazon could have an explosive upcoming 1 or 2 years where they could go up to 500. So again, Amazon, I think, is an absolutely awesome play coming up here in the future. So really excited to see what we have coming on up. Staying alert, staying ready. UCAR was the crazy one yesterday, right? UCAR was a wild one yesterday. UCAR went from 85 cents up to $1.50. And then it went all the way from 114 all the way up to 380. So we did get some nice movement. We got to be able to be all good here. Oh boy. Jose Mercado with a $50 donation. Saying, hi, I would like for you to explain how and if it's true that if you put a stop loss, they will see it and get you out. Is it good to put a stop loss? Okay, so I will be honest with you. This is a great question. This is awesome, okay? There is a myth. There is a rumor out there that basically says this. That says, basically, as a mentor, I tell you to always set a stop loss because I don't want you ever blowing up an account. And every teacher will tell you to set a stop loss. But the only argument is the fact that sometimes people will say this. People will say, hey, when you set a stop loss, it's set on the level 2. And market makers can see that. So they drop the stock purposely, get you out of your play, and then again, shoot the stock on up. Now, I went to the New York Stock Exchange and I was walking around the floor. I was with Cobra, and I asked a guy that. I said, can you guys see stop losses and take them out? And he said, back in the early 2000s, we would actively try to do that. Yes. He said, yes, 100%, we would actively try to manipulate a stock to drop it on down, to get a stop loss out, and then make the stock go up even higher. Now, what he said now is it's no longer allowed. Now, is he telling me the truth? I don't know. I will always say, place a stop loss. So again, you can always have better risk to reward. You will always be able to make 10 to lose 1. If you set a stop loss where you say the most I'm willing to lose is $200, the most you will ever lose is $200. So as a new trader, as someone who's getting involved in the market, I will always recommend setting a stop loss no matter what the myths are, again, whatever they can or cannot do over on New York Stock Exchange. But I will say stop losses are always great. Okay? I will always, again, encourage them. But I have talked to market makers before. They said in the early 2000s they were allowed to do it, but they are no longer allowed now. That's what they said. All right? But other than that, I do want to say Jose Mercado with a $50 donation. Shout out to Jose. Guys, I will say Jose with a $50 donation. I love every single person here, but Jose is a little bit better than everyone else. Why? The guy, again, just donated $50. Jose, you're a good guy. And I like you. I like you a lot. GLMD still trying to hold itself on up. 814 in the markets. Come on now. Let's see if we can get something moving. Spiking. Ripping. Running. Popping. Rhyming. Traders, I do want to make sure you guys are all set. Has every single person here signed up for my Tuesday webinar? If you guys have not yet, Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, I am hosting a webinar on how to become a full-time stock trader. I'm not sure if you have signed up yet. We have, again, right now, 80 spots left. 80 spots are left. So it's a free webinar. Learn how to become a full-time stock trader. So again, limited to 500 seats. Right now we have a little over 400 people signed up. So that's coming up April 14th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. If you guys have not signed up just yet, make sure you guys take advantage of it. Make sure you guys sign on up. Seats are going to be sold out by the end of today or tomorrow. So again, do not miss out on this. We have a webinar at Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. I want every single person there. I want every single person ready to learn. Bring a notepad. We are not live trading at 7 p.m. This is going to be teaching you how to trade at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. So do not miss out, guys. Want to make sure that you guys are all set, ready to go, and are ready to get after it, okay? So I'm dropping those links for you guys over in chat so everyone's good. Make sure you guys get your seat if you guys have not yet, okay? TURB, oil stock. Just a little heads on up, guys. TURB is an oil play. Oil plays, guys, have gone on some pretty crazy spikes and dumps. TURB 815 just came out with a press release 1 minute ago right here on Fox Runner. 3-star press release with the word billion. Now, again, we did just go from 240 to 280. TURB is one of those top oil stocks to watch. So it is like one of those high alert plays. So again, we are staying alert, watching and waiting. Seems like we have some sort of like patent news over on this play. Right now, TURB 240 up towards 280. And I also, again, this is one of those plays that's like definitely worth watching. Just because, yeah, again, the analysts always alert it. But if we scroll on down here, traders, there's actually this. If oil stocks spike, these are the ones to watch. So this was at 7:30 this morning. If oil stocks spike, these are the ones to watch. BATL, TPET, and oh, look at this, TURB. So it's always good just to always like have that prep, right? It's so important. If oil stocks spike, these are the ones to watch. BATL, TPET, TURB, USO. Literally fast forward about 50 minutes later, TURB is now dropping news. So, I mean, it's really interesting on, you know, how like you can kind of add the correlation to all these plays here. Want to make sure that you guys are all set, but TURB is one of those top plays. Definitely is known to go on quick little spikes. And TURB, I mean, it's only a patent press release. And just little heads on up, oil is not spiking right now. So TURB, I do see this more as a quick little spike and most likely a quick little dump. But I would say, hey, you know, we probably want to wait for shorts, you know, above $3 just to be safe, just to be smart, just to make sure we're doing things the right way. So let's just see. TURB, I'm only up $40 today. Just a little heads on up. I'm not up a ton of money in any sort of way. I'm only up 40 bucks. That's it. But if TURB can break $3, I would say, hey, let's look for a possible short. But only if it breaks $3. Only if it starts breaking that $3 mark, then we can go after it. Right now, traders, staying alert and staying ready. I want to get a nice move here today. I want to get some nice action today. I want to get a little bit of hype. I want to get some momentum. Yesterday, we were able to make over $2,000 on the day. Today, I want to do the same exact thing. But we just want to make sure we're being selective, not just randomly trading. Guys, if you guys have not yet, smash that thumbs on up right here and right now. So if you guys have not, take a second, smash that thumbs on up and subscribe to the channel, baby. Let's get ready to go. And if you guys want to become a member over on tradecaster.com, the #1 trading website in the entire world, where the best of the best people live and train and get after it. Make sure you guys come on over here. Sign on up to a free 7-day pass. Get yourself involved. And let's make sure we're all good. So free 7-day pass so that you guys can learn. So again, make sure you guys are all set. Join the chat room, join the community. Now, traders, let's talk about what are going to be the best plays of today. So, as of right now, top gainers with news or filings. So what are the stocks that we want to focus on? What are the stocks that we want to look at? We do already know that GLMD is the top dog. GLMD is a 90% top gainer with news and credibility. Then guess what we have? Then we drop on down towards Elab, where Elab is a previous top gainer from last week, but it's only up 30%. We can see the difference between what's hot to what's not getting as much hype and attention. You can see GLMD is up 82% because it does have that breakthrough development news. Then we have Elab, which does have a little bit of hype because it was a previous top gainer of last week, so it's a familiar face. So Elab's up 30%, still a great play, but nothing underneath GLMD or Elab. And GLMD came out at 7:30 a.m. Elab came out at 7:30 a.m. So we're almost an hour in, and we haven't seen anything new or fresh take over since, again, that time. Now, we can also take a look at the best top gainers overall today. And we know GLMD is still that #1 top gainer, right? Then we have a 40-cent play, a $1 stock, a 49-cent play. Then we have Elab. So there's nothing that's massive or big that's ripping and running. We have GLMD, 82% gain, then drop on down to 54% gain. Let's stay smart right now. Let's kind of, again, continue to watch to see what's going to be coming on up. Elab is still slowly working itself on up. I am happy I got out of my position from before. Right, guys? My position from before was right around that 550 mark. Is it a good thing I got out? Is it a good thing, again, I moved on from that play? Absolutely. Again, ARAI, not bad. Not bad. Not amazing, but not bad. So right now here, traders, GAMD, ARAI, PMAX, Elab. Elab's still trying to stay alive. And again, traders, we have gone over this a few times. If Elab squeezes, what's the next main target for us? 690. Great entries would probably be anything above the 660 to 670 area. If we can see Elab up towards 660, 670, 680, all acceptable shorts. Go back to a 15-minute time frame or 30-minute time frame if you want to. Old spiking high, 690. Dip buy, bounce play, 690, 690, 690, 690. Go back over to a 15-minute time frame. Just get a little bit of a better idea. You guys can see 690. You guys can see bounce play, bounce play, bounce play, bounce play, all around 690. So anything I would say above the price of 660 is an acceptable short. Is an area where you'd say, hey, you know what? I feel good and I have confidence. So we'll keep that on watch. If Elab does start squeezing, let's just make sure that we're all aware of it. Okay? If you want to buy it, you can definitely buy this play as well. Right now, let's go over the analyst alerts. We got about 7 minutes to kill here. Let's scroll all the way down at the bottom, guys. Scroll all the way down to the bottom and let's see what we have on this day. Game came out with positive earnings, 88% increase. That's a top gainer, right? So Game, again, a 39-cent play. Don't really care about 39-cent stocks, but hey, you know what? Definitely worth watching. Today's key events, earnings, and economic data. Key economic and corporate events, April 9th, 2026, 8:30, 10 o'clock, and 1 o'clock. We do have some data. We also do have some earnings today. Earnings, we do have WDFC, CLIR. Today's Thursday, correct? Yeah. So, make sure that you guys are all good. Is there anything massive out of this? To be frank with you, not really. No massive earnings, no massive data here today. We do have PCE data at 8:30 in the next 6 minutes. So yes, you can definitely see the S&P 500 spike or dump a little bit. I would say 50 cents to $1. The S&P 500 will move in the next 6 minutes from now because of this new data coming out at 8:30. So just be aware of that. Other than that, what else do we have here? Fun little bloggy post right here. Stocks projected to more than triple their revenue. Stocks projected to more than triple their revenue over the next 5 years. So we do have NBIS, ASTS, ONDS, IREN, Palantir, AMD, Rocket Lab, Oracle, AVGO. Stocks projected to more than triple revenue over the next 5 years. All right. We also do have The best performing stocks in 2026. I always like these guys. This is a list that is extremely helpful, that can help you understand what are the best stocks of 2026 so far. So this is how you can break down this list, guys. This list right here in front of you, you guys can see market leaders. What would you guys say the market leaders are? Market leaders are going to be good, credible, very like strong fundamental plays. SNDK, WDC, BE. These are, again, companies and plays that have been holding on up. They're not penny stocks. They're very good, credible stocks. SNDK has now gone from $100 to $803. WDC has gone from around the price of $38 to $341. Bloom Energy, BE, has gone from $19 to $145. You guys can see these are good, credible plays, and they're pretty fast for how big they are. If you want to go to the next sector, the next gen leaders, these are going to be plays that are credible, but we're starting to dibble and dabble over the line a little bit. You know, we're looking at ICHR. ICHR, is it moving on up? Yes, it is. It's not a $100 or $800 stock, though. It's a $52 stock. You guys can see AAOI. AAOI right here. This play was a $30 stock. Now it's up towards $134. Definitely a little bit more volatile. You know what I mean? So these plays right here they're great movers in 2026, but they're not like kind of that blue chip family. And then last but not least, all the way to the right, the spec plays. Speculative leaders are plays that can make you the most amount of money. A speculative stock is usually stocks that are going to be the cheapest, but at the same time, those are the ones that you could lose a lot if, again, you buy at the wrong time, or if they end up dumping on you, or if you just randomly guess and hope one goes on a massive rip and run, it might never do it. So the thing is, you basically have the most credible to teetering the line to basically, you're looking for a lottery ticket. But these lottery tickets are paying right now. So, maybe 1, 2, or 3 of these plays could go from speculative plays to next gen leaders to maybe the next big thing. So it's a nice little list that every single person can just be aware of, that you guys can, go ahead and be able to make some nice money and be able to make some nice cash. All right. Do we have Elab starting to move back on up right now? No. So Elab trying to slowly grind itself. We're still looking for that 690 area. Just little heads on up, trying to still get back up towards around 690. And if we can get that, that's where like the next possible shorting opportunity will be for us. What else do we have here? Photonics and space 2026 current hot plays. So guys, we've talked about like these photonics, aka the opticals. We have been talking about this for the last like week or so, where photonic plays have been extremely hot. What's been one of the hottest ones, guys? Like LITE. LITE is a stock that has now gone from $1.44 to nearly $900. I'm thinking there has to be a massive short coming up on LITE. I would probably wait for this one to get above the price of $940, but above the price of $940, as we come up to $1,000, I mean, LITE, guys, how crazy can this actually be? How crazy can this go? I mean, this is a play that literally 1 year ago was a $40 stock. $40, and now it's at $908. Like, doesn't LITE or these photonic plays have to slow down eventually? Like, if we start getting up towards 940, 960, 980, it's like, I feel like you have to start looking for some puts. You have to start looking for some reversals. At the same time, though, it's like this play has gone from $40. People were saying the same thing at 100. People were saying the same thing at 2, 5, 7, 8, and we keep on going up. So it might just keep on going. Absolutely. But I want you guys to be aware that these photonic plays have been extremely hot. Little heads on up, you guys. There was some insider buying over on Nike. Nike traders, one of the most recognizable brands. Nike, one if not the most recognizable logo in history, the Nike swoosh. Nike has been getting absolutely beat down and torn apart. Nike is sitting at like 2014 highs. Right now, Nike is down towards, if you bought Nike back in 2014, it's at the same price it is right now. Nike sucks at this moment. And that's why we are seeing, though, insiders purchasing shares. So we are seeing, again, an insider, director Robert Holmes, just bought 11,781 shares. So it is a sign of confidence when people inside the company are purchasing $500,000 worth of shares, because they're either saying, hey, we're going to get a dip buy soon, or they know something that's coming on up. Like, let's see, if you bought Nike right now, when it's all the way back on down, you are getting it at the same price it was in 2014. Imagine if you bought Nike in 2014 saying, hey, Nike's the best, man. There's Kobe behind it. We have all of these amazing athletes behind Nike. Everyone's wearing Nike. And then 2015, 2016, 2021, Nike's doing amazing. And you keep on holding it. And now again, about 12 years later, we're at the same exact price. 12 years later, we are at the same exact price that we were at. That kind of sucks, right? So, you know, that's like sometimes I know we want to hold forever, but sometimes it is good to take profits. Traders, anything big right now at 8:30? Let's see if we can find any big spikers. Guys, ONCO. ONCO, a little bit of a spike right here at 8:30. Might be the best ripper at this moment. Let's see, ONCO, how many shares can we get on this play? ONCO just went from 110 up to 120. Maybe again jumping on some possible shares over here. Limit order. Sometimes we just see these plays just kind of get these quick little pullbacks and these quick little drops right back on down. I'm going to look to see if I can get, you know, some shares over on this bad boy, over on ONCO. Let's see what ONCO does here. This play at this moment, guys. Still trying to rip and run, trying to get a little bit of hype. So I don't mind, again, looking for some shares to short it in case this thing gets a little bit of a pop and then starts reversing right back on down. So if we ever started getting a little bit of a rip and run and we start climbing up a little bit higher than expected, I don't mind, again, grabbing some shares to short and saying, hey, let's see what we can do here. So I'm just going to put shares to short every, again, like 10 cents. We do have 110, 120, 130, 140, 150, 160. I just want to see if, again, you know, ONCO is going to be able to continue to push itself on up higher and higher and higher. So ONCO right here, team. This one right now still spiking. ONCO launched to launch vision of AI system. That's not really that big of a press release. I'm just going to do shares every 10 cents and try to bring up my cost basis to something reasonable. So right now here, traders, just a little heads on up. ONCO is still spiking. ONCO is currently up 64%. Oh my goodness. ONCO, guys, is taking on off right now. I'm trying to share this press release with the world at this moment. ONCO, guys, absolutely crazy mover. Just got my last entry filled all the way up towards 190. Let me bring over my cost basis right now. Guys, right now, ONCO, I am in on this play at the price of 150. I'm in at 150 right now over on ONCO. 6,000 shares are filled. 6,000 shares filled over on ONCO at the price of 150. Stock, again, absolutely blew on up here. Let's see if this one's going to be able to hold on up. I am in on this play. I am down in the red at this moment. Want to see how high this one can possibly get itself on up towards. The world is basically leaning towards ONCO, though, so far this morning. We have gone from 110, 120, 140, 160 up towards, again, that 180 mark. Still watching this play, seeing what we are going to do and see if this one is going to be able to hold on up. ONCO just started exploding. Ripping and running and popping and climbing. I do got my entries. Going to see if this big upper shadow is going to lead towards a reversal. If not, again, I will just get out, kind of cut the damage and move on from this play. But let's see, again, what we do get over on ONCO at this time. Again, my entry is a 151 would be my entry. 151. So did the stock go higher than I expect? Absolutely. When we see these $1, 120, 130, 140, 150 rippers, sometimes these plays just kind of take on off and they kind of can catch some fire. Got to be a smart trader. Don't want to go too far in the red. If this stock does continue to hold on up, I might just got to be able to cut on out here if this stock hits a new high. Basically, what I'm doing is new high of the day, I'm out, guys. If I see anything above 195, I'm 100% out. Make sense? So any new high of the day, I am not getting caught up in a squeeze. Any new high of the day, 195 is my my stop loss. Just want to make that perfectly clear for every single person that I will not be holding above that area of 195. Okay? Still looking strong here. Guys, I'm going to get out right now. I'm getting out right now. Not worth it for me, especially if it keeps on squeezing. I'm going to get out right now, cut my losses, rip off the Band-Aid. I don't like ripping off the Band-Aid, but you know what? I'm going to do it just to be a smart trader. Now, Deck, how high can this play actually get itself up towards? Let's actually take a look at the past chart history pattern here. I mean, we have room to run up to 380 if this play really wanted to keep on going. Deck, do you only short? Most of the time. I would say 80% of my trades are on the short side. 80%, then probably 15% are dip buys. And then again, after the 15% dip buys, probably 5 are for breakouts. Again, it doesn't matter if you're a shorter, if you're a dip buy trader, if you're a breakout trader. I'm going to go over all the hottest plays. So if I say, hey, ONCO is breaking on out, you don't got to be like, oh, Deck's only going to short. I mean, if you want to go for the breakout, go for the breakout. So again, ONCO did just go on this nice rip and run right here, as you guys could see. So I want to make sure that we're being careful. Deck, be careful on ONCO. Can rip up to $7.50. $7. I mean, that would be a insane spike. Now, traders, I will say, April has definitely given me some issues. But I don't want to hold this if all of a sudden it just keeps going higher and higher and higher and higher and higher. Deck, where's the next shorting opportunity? Next shorting opportunity over on this play would probably be up towards above 250. So I'm going to give buyers that respect and probably say next short I would do, it won't be until 250 or higher. So ONCO, 250 or higher would be the next target that you could look at if you wanted to go ahead and short this play. But this thing is still being a beast at this moment. So I'm not shorting it. I'm not going to, again, add any more losses to this play in any sort of way. Right now, again, ONCO still, again, going on a rip and run. Could go all the way up to 250 plus. Buyers have the strength. I'm not going to go against it. Decoy here. DCOY. What do we have here? DCOY. Accelerating phase. Clinical developments. Maybe DCOY can get a little hype. Right now, it seems like all attention is over on ONCO. And ONCO, guys, could keep on going on a rip. I'm giving the buyers the respect. It's staying strong. This is not one of those quick little pump and dumps, it looks like. We have spiking, still building higher lows, and we'll see if this one's going to hold. Give me 2 seconds, guys. I will be right back on the mic. Right now here, traders, we are all set. Let's see what we get. 837. Obviously, all eyes and all attention is over on ONCO right now. Can we squeeze? Can we keep on going up even more? No force in here, traders. DCOY, still trying to get a little bit of action here. DCOY, not too much. ONCO, still the best play by far. Best play by far over on ONCO. All traders are, again, looking at this play. Stock has shot up 61%. Still sitting on up in a little bit of that bull flag setup, as you guys know. Does anyone have any questions, comments, or concerns for me? Please let me know. If you guys do have any questions, comments, concerns, right now is an absolutely great time to be able to get after it. ONCO, we are watching to see if this thing can squeeze. I do think ONCO can squeeze up to like 280, 290. I do think there could be about another dollar rip out of this. So again, I am giving the buyers the respect they deserve. I am not shorting this. If anything, I feel more confident on the long side right now. So I want to see if ONCO can take on off. And I think this thing could get all the way up towards like 290 to even like a $3 touch. So I am not touching it on the short side right now. It's still, again, ripping. It's still building higher lows. The stock is looking for that possible next leg and that next squeeze. This thing is hitting some new highs right now, up towards around 202. Let's see if it can hold $2, guys. If this can hold $2, there is a chance that ONCO really does take on off. You know, kind of going for that next leg, that next squeeze, that next pop, that next move here. Let's see what's left on the tank here.
Agreement.
I would be waiting all the way up towards like $3 before I even short. I don't want to get in too early on this play. If this thing can rip another $1.10 or so, not going to chase this one. Not going to hurt myself. Not going to put myself in any sort of bad position. ONCO has gone from 109 up to 215. Still going. Again, I am not shorting this play until probably at least 290. Still looking good. This is where everyone's going. Let me ask you guys this. Is there anyone on the long side right now? Is there any person right now that's saying, hey, Deck, I'm going on the long side at this moment. Deck, I don't want to short this play. I'm going long. I'm going to hold it, and I'm going to set a stop loss at, you know, the VWAP. I'm going to set a stop loss at $2. As long as it holds at $2, we're good to go. Right now, ONCO, we are continuously keeping our eyes peeled on this one. Want to see what we can get. Let's see if ONCO can keep on squeezing. Semo Trader, you're in at 174. That's a great entry. If you're in at 174, it really comes down to you on when you want to take profits. There's always that chance, as I said, that this thing sees 260, 270, 280. You couldn't get a whole dollar move out of this one. But, you know, obviously no one can predict the future, but it's still looking strong. Every single time we've had a pullback, we've had higher lows. Every single time, again, there has been any sort of drop whatsoever, it's recovered very quickly. I have not seen any weakness so far in ONCO. I mean, there hasn't even been a red candle yet. Maybe one little red candle right here. So let's see if we can just keep building these higher lows. Let's see if we can keep smashing up towards around some new highs. And if we can keep building higher lows over and over and over again, that's where we are going to, you know, eventually get that short squeeze. We had an initial great pop, an initial great move. But again, now it's possible short squeeze time where, again, short is going to be loading up the boat, and we're going to see if we can kind of squeeze them all the way on up towards around some new highs. So, Deck, are you not shorting right now? No. Again, I always jump in on plays. I'm always willing to dibble and dabble onto a stock, but if I am wrong, I move on. If I'm incorrect, I get out. That's what I always try to think. If I'm incorrect, I get out. If I'm incorrect on a play, I try to move on from it as quickly as I can. That is one thing you will learn from me, you know, with my stock trading. It's, okay, hey, Deck's going to always go after a play. If he's wrong, he moves on from it. If he's right, he profits off of it. But I'm not going to ever become emotional of saying, wait, guys, I'm down $1,000. Hopefully, again, this comes back on up. Oh, wait. I'm down $4,000. Hopefully, this comes on up here soon. Wait, hold on. I'm down $9,000. Well, guys, we might as well just keep on holding. No. Right? That's the bad attitude. That's the relationship attitude. The relationship attitude is you're with someone, a boyfriend or a girlfriend that you guys just dislike. Oh, he goes out every single night, and again, he does bad things. Well, I'll give him another chance. Oh, I'm not happy. Okay, I'll give him another chance. Guys, why are we giving all these chances out? Because I love him. I love her. Same exact thing with stocks. You just like losing all your money? Well, again, maybe it'll come back on up. Just cut out, move on. You'll be happier. You will be happier. Imagine if I didn't cut out of ONCO. Imagine if I didn't. I got in on ONCO at 150. I got out at the price of 180. I got out at 150 to 180. Imagine if I was still in at $2 or at 210. Or at 220 right now, or maybe in the future right now, it runs all the way up to whatever price, right? That's where we truly have to be careful. So now again, another new high, another new high, another new spike, another new rip, and another new run right here. Now ONCO, we are again staying alert and staying ready right now. ONCO 224. We might get some action at the bell. GLMD, no. GAME, ARAI, PMX, Elab. Elab, guys, I still wanted to see that 690 touch up towards Elab. Best play so far today, you guys can clearly see. You know, right now we are over on that ONCO trade followed by GLMD and Elab. Let's go over these top three. Let's just kind of do the charting one more time on every single one of these plays so every single person understands what they should be focusing on and what they should be looking at. ONCO, GLMD, and Elab. So, number one, if we take a look at ONCO, how does the charting look? Basically, if you guys were taking a look over on ONCO, massive spike, then what do you guys see? Higher low bull flag pattern, aka a little bit of an ascending triangle pattern. Now again spiking up towards around 225, and now we're looking for something similar to happen. You know, we're looking for some sort of higher lows, some sort of setup along those lines. You know, if we do fall back on down towards the low 190s, you can look for a dip buy. Just a little heads on up. I don't know if it's going to fall down that low right now, but if you guys do come on down towards the VWAP or you guys do come on down towards the uptrend of the 190s, you guys definitely can look for, again, that dip buy opportunity. Just a little heads up for you guys. Okay? So, spike, drop, spike, drop. Let's see if we can squeeze and now build a little bit of higher low and start squeezing itself on up. Go from there. See if we have a nice little setup for that next leg. GLMD, again, just moving sideways. We already know, again, that 200-day moving average at the price of 114 is going to be strong resistance. So, again, nothing has changed from earlier today. It just comes on down, again, to keeping our eyes peeled at the 114, 115 area. Can we be able to break 114, 115? If we can break 114, 115, that's where we have hype. ONCO, we just went over. And then, again, Elab, we are still watching for that target up towards around the price of 690. So 690, if we could be able to pop on up towards 690, that's where the potential is going to be able to make us some cash and make us some money. ONCO, just be aware of this, guys. ONCO, if this thing drops on down, 190s is your next kind of main area. I would look for a dip buy. Where would the dip buy be? 191, buy. 192, buy. 193, buy. 194. So I would try to, if you want to get filled, I definitely like the mid 190s to low 190s to try to just get in on this play. So just a heads on up for you guys, ONCO, we should have a couple different little dip buy areas. One dip buy area is going to be this uptrend, and the other dip buy area is going to be the old spiking high of 190. So you have a few different areas that I do think could be awesome little dip buys. Old 190, uptrend, and obviously what's last but not least, the VWAP here. So the VWAP area, trying to be able to hold on up as a dip buy mark also. So we did just get a little bit of that first dip buy right there. Yeah, Elab's a little bit quiet right now. Elab's a little bit quiet. We know ONCO has all the action. Okay, ONCO has all the action. ONCO has all the hype. ONCO is where every single person is currently focused on. It is all ONCO. Now, ONCO, if you guys did just get that little VWAP bounce, congratulations. Doesn't look like it's going to get that 190 bounce right now. So, unfortunately, you guys can, cancel your orders if you guys had them. Quick little spike, quick little dump. Just be careful, ONCO, guys. I did cancel my orders. Next little dip buy. If you want to play this very safe, do dip buys in the 180s. Dip buys again would be in the 180s if you want to try to play it as safe as possible. So, hey, deck, I don't want to, again, get too crazy. I don't want to get too rambunctious. Do, again, dip buy in the low 180s would probably be like a safe area that I actually feel confident about. You know, you can always just get one of those quick little cracks that kind of just dump on down a little too quickly, and you're just like, what the heck happened? So 181, 182, 180, 183, 184. I still like those quick little dip buys and drops in case, if we can get filled on them. Try to see if we can get filled and get that bounce play right back on up. Guys, might get filled here soon. Might get filled on a possible dip buy if we go into the low 180s. I want to see, again, possible dip buy opportunity where we do have ONCO bounce play, and then I'm looking for ONCO to come on down towards the low mid 180s to get filled on the possible dip. So I basically just want to see a nice long lower shadow. Lower shadow us. 185, 182, 180, and then bounce back on up. That's what I would like. Right now, we are still just sitting around watching ONCO. ONCO is still trying to get this little dip buy and bounce play. Now, as you guys can see, the little green candle is already starting to form. So if it actually does start cracking this, we might get that, drop on down towards, where's the next bottom? I mean, this bottom now, if we're saying, all right, Deck, hey, we cracked the VWAP. We're trying to hold the uptrend right now. What if the uptrend breaks? If the uptrend breaks, we are probably coming back on down towards somewhere between 180 towards 175. If that uptrend breaks, I do think we're going back on down towards somewhere between 180 to 175. I'm going to leave my orders ready to enter here and see if we can still get a possible dip buy and bounce play. I like, again, low 80s. I still like the high or mid 170s. Notice, again, uptrend still trying to hold on up on that dip buy right now. Traders, if you guys have not yet, I am putting so much focus in on next Tuesday. I just want you guys to be ready for it. So again, I am putting so much work into next Tuesday to make sure every single person that joins us is going to be getting so much out of it. So a 100% free webinar. It's going to be about an hour long. And again, make sure that you guys are here, ready to learn how to become a full-time stock trader. Get set, get ready to go. Next Tuesday is going to be absolutely massive for every single trader. I just want to make sure that every single person is signed up and ready to get after it here. Guys, ONCO, big bounce play now, off again that uptrend. So 188 up towards, again, that 189 mark. Again, once I can cancel my orders once again here. Canceling my orders once again. Let's see if we get anything new or fresh in the next probably 6 minutes. That's where we have the 9 a.m. press release wave. But as of now, we basically know what to be looking at. We know is ONCO, GLMD, Elab. We know that these are the top plays. We know that these are the top stocks. We know, again, this is the main focus right here. ONCO definitely went a little bit more higher than we expected, but it's the number one ripper right now. So all eyes on ONCO, GLMD, Elab this morning. Gonna post this for every single person so that you guys are all ready to rock and roll. And again, I still have that temptation to just be watching LITE and to just see if LITE has a couple of 1, 2, 3 days in a row and we start getting up towards 960, 970, I'm thinking about just doing a swing trade short over on, again, LITE. I want it to get overextended. It would not be right now. I want that play to get overextended. I want that play to get a little crazy. I want that play to get a little bit more wild. I want LITE to be pushing up towards around $1,000. But if we can just get kind of that big overextended move where we get up towards 1,000, I do think that could be absolutely amazing for us. What do I think about AMD? I mean, AMD is a great company. I feel like AMD never really gets the respect that it deserves. AMD is an amazing company, but it just kind of falls trapped in NVIDIA. It just will always live in NVIDIA shadow, it looks like. You know what I mean? Just looks like it will always be living in NVIDIA shadow. I want to see what we get at 9 a.m., guys. I want to see what type of hype moves in at 9 a.m. I want to see where this action takes us at 9 a.m. Elab still has the potential to squeeze, guys. Let's check out Elab right now. So Elab right here. Staying alert, staying ready, no forcing by any sort of means, guys. Continuously keeping our eyes peeled over on Elab to see where the hype is going to go. Can we get a squeeze? We're looking for, again, we know Elab has potential today. Elab, again, for anyone that's just joining us at this moment, we do have a clear-cut goal. Where is that goal? 690. Old spiking high 690. Do have a dip buy at 690. Bounce play 690. 690, 690, 690. We want to again be watching for that 690 area. That is going to be extremely important for every single person, every single trader. 690 is the target. That's our ONCO. ONCO right here, guys. This play did rip on up towards around 220, 225. 225 is an old dip buy opportunity from back here. So again, bounce play, bounce play. A lot of times old spiking highs are going to be able to hold itself on up. And then we have Elab, ONCO, and then what was the last option? GLMD. And GLMD just has the daily chart. Again, daily chart right here. You guys take a look over on GLMD. It just needs to break above 116. So your life is very simple right now. GLMD, 116, strong resistance. Elab, a massive chart pattern history at the price of 690. And then last but not least, ONCO. This is a stock that we're just going to see if it's going to be able to hold on up. But unfortunately, guys, ONCO is getting a little ugly right now. Guys, ONCO is breaking the downtrend. ONCO is starting to dump. ONCO is starting to crash right here. Is this going to be one of those plays that is just going to continuously, right, just keep on, fading all the way back down to nothing? Could it be one of those plays over on ONCO? Potentially, yes. So ONCO right here, traders. Old spiking highs up towards around that 180-ish mark. Stock looks like it's definitely getting weaker, turning into a massive little dump right here. We might have a lot of attention start heading on over towards Elab. Elab, guys, is where, again, we might see a little bit of ripping and running up towards around that 690 mark. Look at ONCO right now. ONCO is absolutely falling apart. So ONCO did get up towards around 225. Momentum has shifted, and now as momentum has shifted, this is where the stock is getting pretty ugly. Pretty ugly right here. I think Elab could still get that pop, though. That's the thing. I still think Elab has that potential to pop. I still think Elab has that potential to kind of go on that move on up towards around that 690 mark. Anything above the price of 670 is like a nice shorting opportunity, I believe. Look at ONCO, guys. All the way back on down towards 160s now. Guys, we got 2 minutes until the 9 a.m. press release wave as well. And 9 a.m. press release wave, that is kind of the last chance to see if we are going to be getting any sort of squeeze and pop. Now, also, again, do not take your eyes off Elab. That 690 area, that's anything probably above 675 could be an awesome little short. And that's one of those plays that I do think is worth it. Worth giving it a chance. Worth to see if it's going to be able to hold. Worth to see if that play is going to be able to hold on up. So 9 a.m. news coming on out over on Fox Runner. I am watching Elab to see if this one is going to be able to get that little pop and rip and run up towards around that 671 area. Oh. Let's say 671. 674. 679. 683. 686. 685. Like, I'm just kind of loading the boat in case we do get these little pops. That's all. At least we get these little pops. I'm just staying ready for it. So I know Elab's still trying. Guys, 1 minute until the 9 a.m. press release wave. 1 minute until the 9 a.m. press release wave. If nothing comes out, I do think Elab's going to get that pop. That's what I'm saying. If nothing comes out over on like 9 a.m. news, I do think Elab's going to get that pop on up. Here comes news right now, guys. Acquire news. Acquire stake in Avatar. SLE. At Super League, acquire stake in Top Robotics Experience. My Avatar maybe gets a little bit of a pop right there. We're just staying ready on that one. Completes merger. No sort of buying volume right there. Looking for our keywords to kind of bring in some hype and momentum here. Yep, SLE right now is the best one. As you guys can see, SLE is still the best play. 361 up to 425 is saying acquire stake in a top Roblox experience, My Avatar. So again, it's having a little bit of this momentum right here. SLE, top play right now, traders. Still watching to see what we get over on Elab, though. I just don't want to leave that one just yet. Elab, get us that break up towards 690. Give us that move, and that's where we get the hype. I'm still giving Elab this chance, guys. I want to give Elab this chance right now. See what Elab is going to do. See if Elab's going to be able to get that breakout for us. I'm just watching Elab right here. I'll tell you right now, order set on Elab, 675 all the way on up towards around that 690 mark. Want to see if Elab is going to be that play that could be able to make us some nice profits and kind of see what we can do here. So Elab, let's see if we can get that little squeeze and that little pop here, traders. Elab, 675 and higher. I am going to look for entries on shorts. As you guys know, that just comes on down to the pure fact of past chart history pattern. Now, Deck, what if we start breaking 690? Then, unfortunately, I just got to get out. If we squeeze and break up to around 690, I need to just move on from that play and get out of that play. Why? It's because I don't want to, again, be holding this one if we go up to $7, $7.50, $8, $8.25. You know what I mean? So, again, Elab right now is my next trade, is the play that I'm going to look for shorting on. Give me 1 second, guys. Be right back on the mic. Happy Masters weekend to everyone as well. For all my golf fans out there, this is the Super Bowl. This is the World Series. This is it, baby. It's kind of crazy we have the Super Bowl at the very beginning of the year, you know? It's always interesting to me. Guys, let's see if we get that pop right here over on Elab. Elab looking for this pop, looking for a little bit of squeeze. Come on, Elab. I want to, again, be able to make some money here today. So if we can get this Elab little pop and squeeze and get ourselves involved here, that's where we can make some money. So we are hitting some new highs of the day over on Elab right now. Elab trying to, again, still get that little bit of the squeeze. Remember, we have a few stocks to watch today. We have ONCO. We have Elab. We do have GLMD. Then you could also throw on SLE if you wanted to. You could throw on MODD if you wanted to. You could throw on GAME if you wanted to. These are, again, there's kind of like the main four, and then there are kind of like a few little sleeper picks on the side that definitely has potential. Then you could also say, hey, keep your eyes peeled on oil stocks. If all of a sudden the S&P 500 falls and all of a sudden oil starts rising, we could see some hype over there as well. Right now, Elab still watching for that pop. Again, not going to be entering till 670s or higher. Once we get into the 670s or higher, that's where, again, our potential is going to be.
Cancer.
Elab, come on. We don't want to just like slowly move up though a lot of times. You know, a lot of times what you want to see is overextended moves where you see quick spike and quick dump. You know what I mean? You don't want to, again, see slow and steady climbs because that could still lead towards a squeeze coming up in the future. GIPR, PMAX, Elab. Elab still our main play. Elab still looking for a little bit of that pop. And again, I like how Elab has that 690 resistance. You know, all I'm trying to do, I'm not doing anything crazy. I'm not doing any sort of mathematical algorithms. I'm just saying to myself, where does this stock usually turn? That's all I'm saying to myself. Where does it turn? Well, again, we hit 690 here and we turned. And there's a big dip buy and bounce play at 690. And here's a dip buy, and here's a dip buy, and here's a dip buy, and here's a dip buy. And you guys can see again. So that's all I'm thinking about. I'm just trying to think about where in the past is there going to be good opportunity for us. So Elab's going to be my main trade of the day. Other than that, some other plays that have just kind of like slowly faded on down here. GLMD, we are watching. Anything big over on CNBC here today? Let's go and check this on out. We head on over to CNBC right now. What do we have? Oil prices rise nearly $100 after Iran accuses U.S. of breaching ceasefire. This is the dumbest thing I hate about politics. I do hate the thing about politics where it's like, hey, let's make a deal. Okay, deal's made. 24 hours later, hey, you guys are breaching the deal. No, you're breaching the deal. No, again, we don't like you. No, pew, 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 pew. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, that is like the most annoying thing. If you want to think about what politics really is, it is a whole bunch of adults fighting like children. That's kind of like why I don't even like, let's say, I don't like debates. Do you guys ever watch like the presidential debates? I always feel like presidential debates or any sort of debates are like the stupidest thing ever. Because all it is people, talking over each other. And whoever talks over each other the loudest is the person that kind of gets the most TV time. Or again, it's just the person who's like the rudest. It has nothing to do with the person who's the smartest person in the room. The smartest person in the room could just be sitting there just waiting their turn and would never be able to get to speak. You know, it's like, that's like, so right here we had, and the reason why I'm bringing this up is because we have a deal made. Now, again, the deal is breached. No, again, this guy says deal is breached. So now oil's going on up. Now, again, the S&P 500 is going on down. It's like we're living in la-la land here. Elab still trying to spike on up a little bit. Got up towards 652 as our high so far. 652 is the high right now. Let's see if we can be able to get above that 652 area. Phone's blowing up a little bit right now. Just WW. Everything. Okay, cool. So just some Fox Runner alerts. Elab's the play I'm just waiting for, guys. All I'm doing at this time, as you guys know, is I'm waiting for Elab to maybe get that quick little pop and then reversal. GLMD starting to fade. ONCO is going to have that strong 155 support. If it does bounce, where do you guys think it's going to bounce up to? Probably try to approach up towards that VWAP area. That's what it's going to try to do. It's going to try to approach up towards that VWAP area. So ONCO, hottest play of this morning. I did take a loss. I did take an L over on ONCO. I actually shorted it at around the price of 151. Now it's at around the price of 163. And this is the thing that kind of like always gets everyone. When people are like, hey, if you keep on holding your short, you'll win eventually. And the thing is, you know, what if a play, liquidates you? What if a play goes from $1 to $3 to $5 to $10? Like a play could just keep going up, 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 up. Now, at the same time, a stock could just keep going down, 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 down. A stock could go from, again, 5 to 4. You say, okay, I'll keep on holding. I'll get a bounce play. Then it goes to 3. Then it goes to 2. So we see, again, plays like that as well, where stocks do, again, come crashing all the way back on down, or stocks continue to rise, and it's just a little bit difficult to be able to figure it out. But the thing is, you can't hold and hope. I will say that is how you end up blowing up an account. When you hold and hope, that is how you blow up an account. ATON, small little pop here on ATON. Guys, Elab is it. Elab's my play of the day. Once Elab gets our, move right here, that's the one that I want. So I am, again, watching Elab. Elab, give me that pop on up towards around 690. Let me get my short filled. And as I get my short filled, that's where I can make some money, and that's where I can make some cash here. So, guys, we might be getting that here soon. Hold on. We got up to 662 there for a second. 664. 669. I want to see if we're going to be able to come on up and be able to make that cash here. So again, Elab, we are watching for that little overextended move, be able to get that reversal, and then go from there. Now, if Elab does break through 690, there is a chance that this thing runs all the way up to $7, maybe even $8 plus. But all I'm looking for is to see, are we going to get that nice little reversal as we come up towards around that 690 mark? Okay? That's all I'm looking for. Go back on over, as I've said multiple times, that 15-minute time frame. You guys can see old spiking high right around 690. You guys can see bounce play 690, bounce play 690, bounce play 690, bounce play 690. This should be an area where there is trouble regardless. You know? So right now, Elab is still trying to move itself on up. Will get filled 675 and up. To try to start getting myself involved and making some money here. Now remember, if this play starts going a little too crazy, I will just get out, move on. But I want to try to get filled at a top. Try to get filled at a top, nail a reversal, see a stock, turn and fall, and be able to make me some cash here today. So Elab, one of the top plays of the day. Now the only thing that kind of, can make you nervous is that nothing else is really spiking right now. GLMD is moving sideways, not above its 200-day moving average. ONCO was the hottest play of the day, spiked on up, came back on down. So the dance floor is open. The dance floor is open for anything to kind of steal the show here. So that's why, again, if Elab does break $6.90 to $7, it could possibly take on off up towards around $7.20, $7.50. But again, I'm going to just give it that chance up towards around that, $7.2. That 670 mark all the way up to that 690-ish mark. Most likely, I'm going to have a cost basis right around that 680 area. Kind of, in case it's a little bit short or so. Right now here, team, watching to see if we are going to get quick little upper shadow reversal. That's all I want. I just want a quick little upper shadow and then a reversal. Nothing yet. 9:13 in the market on this absolutely beautiful Thursday. Good morning to absolutely everyone. I hope everyone's excited. I hope everyone's ready to rock and roll. And I hope you guys are ready for an absolutely awesome day ahead. If you guys have not, make sure you guys sign on up to the Tuesday webinar. Tuesday webinar going to be absolutely massive. Elab. If we want to connect some dots. We're just waiting for that little pop on up. Give us that little pop in that reversal. We have a high of the day of 669. We're about to hit that right now. 669, 670 we just hit. Are we going to get to that 690 mark, or are people going to keep kind of selling and shorting right next to 690? That's the big question. Are we even going to hit 690? Now, there's a chance, again, we break through 690, but right now we're on that slow and steady little squeeze. High of the day of 670 at this moment. Well, guys, we're starting to get a small reversal right now. Again, sometimes, I don't know what hurts me more. When I jump in on a play and I take a loss, or when I jump in on a play and it comes up like 4 cents and then starts reversing. Obviously, I've been looking for an Elab short around 670, 680, 690 for the last hour now. Sometimes it's tough where it comes up to 672 and then dumps on down and you never get filled on anything. And you're like, man, the game plan was correct. And that's why sometimes stock trading gets very difficult, because you have the right game plan, but it's hard to be able to have that perfect entry. You know? Let's see here. NTWK. Anything there? No. ATON. Anything there? No. So nothing on these plays. Still watching Elab to see if Elab's going to get that squeeze. Does anyone here think Elab's going to squeeze up and like break 690, run up towards again like $8 plus? You know, and if you're a buyer, that is an option. You know, if you're a buyer, your number one thing right now is break 690 and break $7. That's basically your game plan. Break 690, break $7, go on a nice climb, go on a nice play. Elab deck. I can't get Elab shorts. Cobra's got them. So again, make sure you guys are using Cobra so that you guys are all set, ready to go. GLMD also testing right now the 200-day moving average. Elab, don't do this to us. I don't want Elab to again start fading and falling right now. And again, I felt like I talked myself into that one. Right now, Elab. I don't want this thing falling right here. Elab right now at this moment, 650. Got up to 670 as the high. Now slowly getting a little bit of that reversal. Get up towards 690. And then let's go ahead and start making that money. Then we can go ahead and start making those profits. Does anyone see anything else other than Elab, though? I would, again, I'm being open. I'm saying GLMD obviously had a great spike this morning. It's having trouble, though. It's got to stay above 116. Then we have GAME not doing too much. Elab's the main play of the day. Previous top gainer with news. Obviously, can spike 690 is our main target. ONCO, no. PMAX, no. I would say Elab's the play. Do you guys agree? So, you know, Elab has to be the play right now, guys. Got about 13 minutes till the market opens on up. And then obviously we'll be kind of getting ready to go here. Guys, Elab testing highs again. Let's see if we're going to be able to get that squeeze and that little pop get filled and be able to see that reversal right back on down. Come on, all we need is that 670 break. This is really it. This is the trade I want, as you guys know. All right, guys, new highs. We're testing highs, 670. Now we're getting some new highs. Elab here, traders. Slowly going to start entering over on my plays. So I'm watching Elab closely, as you guys know. Looking to see if Elab is going to be that stock that's going to be able to hit that 690 mark and start reversing back on down for me. So I did get it so far 1,500 shares filled over on Elab. Guys, I got 1,500 shares filled over on Elab right now. And I do want to see if Elab is now going to reverse after coming on up. So high of the day is 680. We have a cost basis at 675. So we do have a nice little cost basis at this moment, looking to be able to get ourselves, in a nice profit area. Now, if this stock starts turning and dumping, let's say back on down to $6, so it keeps getting weaker. We have room to fall technically all the way back on down towards that low $6 mark, where we could be able to make, a quick 1,000 and kind of eliminate a lot of the loss. If that's your first trade on the day, obviously that's absolutely fantastic. But you know what makes me so happy? Is take a look at this, guys. We got filled right at this top area. We planned out this trade. We planned out this trade as perfectly as we could to be like, hey, let's look at past chart history pattern. Where are there areas that we could be able to see fading? Where is there areas that we could see falling? Well, we know 690 is going to be tough. So we entered a little bit at 671 and then 674 and then 679. And so we entered 1 penny underneath the highest point, 680. We're entering 1 penny underneath that 680 mark. So I do want to see, can we be able to now crack this uptrend? So I'm fine to just kind of let this rock out, see if the reversal is truly going to happen. We did nail that little upper shadow. We know against 690 because we've gone over it a bajillion times. But this is how, again, these are usually my favorite types of trades where you can talk it out. Now, obviously, guys, at any moment, Elab could possibly go all the way back on up to 670 and run and break 690. That could easily happen. Absolutely. But I just love the fact that at least we nailed a nice red candle. You guys could still see where we saw this, how we predicted this. When people say, oh, stock trading is unpredictable, is it? Is it really? Well, no, it's not that unpredictable. Yeah, it's random. How's it random? Well, how did I know that a red candle was going to form as we come up to 690? How did I know a red candle? Because you could see it here. You can see it bouncing here and bouncing here and bouncing here and bouncing here. So it is psychological, right? It is psychological in that manner. That, why do stocks go up? Well, people buy them. Why do stocks go down? Because people sell them, right? If everyone gets in the same habit of buying at support and selling at resistance, that's where, again, the same habits occur. So if all of a sudden we have Elab comes up towards 690, everyone buys it, buys it, buys it. We come up to 690, everyone sells it, sells it, sells it. What do you think is going to happen when we come up to 690 now? Everyone's going to sell it. So we got 1,500 shares. Good solid trade right here. And if this is, let's say, your first trade of the day right here, that's a nice little kind of first little trade. So I'm only up $300 right now. The unrealized right here, $310. We want to try to push that up towards, $1,500. So what would be a nice $1,500 profit? We'd have to crash back on down towards around crash on down towards around 574 or so. So I'm going to let that one hold out for a little bit. See if this one can be able to get a little bit weaker. But I'm happy with just a slow and steady little gainer. Slow and steady. See if this thing can fade. See if this thing can get weak. See if this thing can fall. And obviously, what's the main goal? The main goal, traders, over on a trade like this is to do something very similar to what we have over on ONCO. Guys, ONCO, what did we have here? We had a beautiful uptrend, okay? Here's an uptrend. So you guys can see at this time, just want to make your life easy and kind of make it understandable. We are currently shorting Elab. Now, we are looking at ONCO. ONCO, we can clearly see where the mindset happens, where we have bullishness. Anything above this purple line is where buyers feel great. And the moment we cross over this purple line is where we have bearishness, where buyers start fearing. Now, we talk about this. Why do stocks go up? Why do stocks go down? Stocks go up when people are excited, when they're confident. Stocks go down when they see weakness, when they're scared. So you can see anything on top of the uptrend is considered bullish. Anything underneath it is where we're considered bearish. We are now trying to correlate that over towards Elab. Where Elab right now, we do have this, where we do have something very similar, where traders are going to be asking themselves, okay, where do we still have confidence and where should we just get the heck out and run away? And I think every single person would agree that if we wanted to go ahead and take a look over on this play, we can clearly see where the bullish traders are at. Where everyone says, hey, we're fine. Guys, we're good. Bulls are in control. Don't worry about it. We don't have anything to worry about in any sort of way. Until you probably go down here. And once you go down here, that's where people say, okay, guys, I'm getting out of here. Okay, guys, let's run away. Okay, this is not good. It's almost like a battle. It's almost like a war, right? Where you say to yourself, hey guys, you know, let's get fired up. Let's go beat these people. Come on, we can beat them. Yeah. And all of a sudden you see a couple of your buddies on the front lines, you know, end up dying. All of a sudden you realize again, you're overwhelmed. All of a sudden you start panicking. All of a sudden you say, I'm getting the heck out of here. That's essentially the mindset of traders. Instead of war, it's again a war in the market. Deck, why not add shorts? Because again, I don't want to add at a bottom and again bring down my cost basis. So I don't want to add at a lower area and make my cost basis now go from 675 and, you know, possibly drop down towards 660. And all of a sudden we bounce back up. You know, we bounce back up and now I'm in the red. I like it. Right now I have about a $10,000 investment, you know, with 1,500 shares, and I don't want to add or need to add right here just to lower my cost basis. You know, if this thing does go to that bearish side, we should get that, you know, overall crash that we're looking for. That slow and steady dump. Let's switch out our scanners because we got about 4 minutes until the market actually opens on up. And when the market opens on up, we're actually looking for that main reversal. We're actually looking for that main dump. We're looking for the bearish move here. So let's kind of re-add everything right here. Boom, boom, boom. Go with Elab right here. See what we can do. Elab, 1 minute. Yeah, there we go. Still have our bulls, still have our bears. Clear-cut understanding of the chart. Let's see if we can get weaker, and let's see if we can be able to push our profits up to like $1,000 plus. Now, obviously, what's the ultimate goal? Crash all the way back on down towards like sub 6. You know, if we could go from 680 all the way back on down to 575 and be able to make, you know, $1,200, $1,300, that's going to be awesome, right? So if we get a nice little $30 crack right here, guys, that's going to be beautiful for us. So right here, traders, it just comes on down to we have our next main support line. Next main support line is the trend line. But are we going to be able to make traders leave? Can traders kind of basically say, hey, enough is enough, let's get the heck out of here? So that's the uptrend, that's what we're looking for. Let's also take a look at past chart history pattern. Let's say we go back down towards like a 15-minute time frame. Well, let's actually go back to something bigger, 30-minute time frame. Elab was a $1 stock just again last week, or 2 weeks ago. Elab 2 weeks ago was a $1 stock. It was down towards $1.76. Then it went crazy, spiked all the way up to $14. And now, guess what? $14 comes on up, hits the price of again $6.97. Comes back on down, spikes on up towards around the price of $6.97. As long as we honestly stay underneath that $6.90 mark, I really don't have much fear, and there's actually a lot of good opportunity that we could over the next few hours or even the next maybe 1 or 2 days fall all the way back down to $5, fall all the way back down towards the price of $3.50. You know, we could possibly see this thing, you know, actually turn and fade and dump. Now, we know April also has been a little tricky. If we have a perfect entry on a play, right? Like, let's think about this here for a second. Let's just imagine, hey, Deck, you have a great entry right now up to $7. You could place a stop loss right now at the price of $7 and just say, hey, you know what? Just keep holding. Keep holding unless it goes all the way back up towards that $697 mark. Because as you guys can see in the past, we hit 690, we fade and fall. Above it, we bounce, and then again, we have this big sell-off. The stock for, again, months was underneath against 690. It was at $4. It was at $5. It was at the price of $620, right? We could see where there was a ton of weakness. We, you know, gravitate right around this like $4 area. So, you know, in my eyes, I am very happy with my entry. And I'm actually okay to just keep on holding this as long as we don't break $7. Now, guys, if we break $7 and we pop and squeeze, I just got to get out and move on, and I got to accept that. But I'm happy with where I'm at with my entry. So again, we'll see what we get, but Elab is still holding this uptrend. Notice again, buyers came on in. Nice little, again, support line still holding. Again, I respect the buyers here. I respect the fact that buyers move in at the uptrend, buyers move in at the uptrend, buyers move in at the uptrend. So every single time so far, buyers have moved in on that uptrend area. What we're looking for is the fear, aka bearishness. Where does bearishness move in? When we go down towards this opposite side. So either the best areas to short is A, at where we did, up near around the very top, or when you actually can nail the transition from bullishness to bearishness. If you can nail the transition where you actually see again, hey, we're cracking the trend line, it's tough because guess what? A lot of people buy at the trend line. So a lot of people say, hey, we're about to dump. No, we're not. Bounce play. Hey, we're about to dump. No, we're not. Bounce play. Hey, we're about to dump. No, we're not. Bounce play. Hey, Deck, we're about to dump. No, we're not. Bounce play. This is why I don't like, again, shorting plays at lows. I don't like shorting plays at support because more than not, you're actually going to get a bounce play at support. This is why I don't like buying stocks at breakout resistance area, because more than not, you're going to see stocks actually turn and fall at resistance. So yes, I like to personally short a high so it falls. Short the high so it falls. Right? That's what I like to do more. And then again, you can either lock in profits as it comes down near support, or again, you could be able to say to yourself, hey, let me lock in profits, or again, you can add whatever you may want to do. So right now, traders, I am watching this closely. We do have Elab trying to get a little bit of a rip and a run right here. I do have my 1,500 shares. I am, again, currently sitting back to even at this time. Let's see if we are going to hit the 690 mark and kind of see what this play is going to be doing next for us. So right here, traders, got to be careful on this one. Ooh, all right. Little pop right there for a second. Little pop there for a second. Back up towards around 680. We just tested the pre-market high. We just tested the pre-market high. We do have that big upper shadow. As I said, as long as we don't go above like $7, I'm fine. So let's see if this thing can be able to reverse and actually dump on down. And again, what's our main support line right now? 634, 632, 635. That kind of 630 region is our main support line at this moment. So, Elab, watching this one closely, staying alert, staying ready. Obviously, again, it keeps coming on up towards around that 690-ish mark. We are hitting 675 here. Got to be careful on it. Don't want to put myself in any sort of bad position. Right now here, traders, guys, a lot of orders going through right at that 690 mark. There's top resistance 690. Top resistance 690 on this play right here, guys. Let's make sure we're being smart, being careful. I do have a cost basis of 680 at this time. All my orders are filled. All my orders are filled. Got to make sure we're being careful here, team. Cost basis 680. 3,000 shares. I did get filled at 690, as you guys know. So my cost basis is, again, risen on up. I do have, again, 3,000 shares on this play. Watching to see, are we going to be able to get our main reversal now? So traders, I am in on my play, as you guys know. Watching to see, are we actually going to get that red candle and that reversal? All my entries, as you guys can see right here, just little heads on up. 671 I got filled at. 679 I got filled at. 683 I got filled at. 686 I got filled at. So I got filled everywhere next to, again, 680 to 690, and I'm looking for the first red candle now to actually, again, get that drop. So can we get that red candle to actually get that drop? 3,000 shares, about a $20,000 investment at the price of 680, looking for the reversal to be able to turn and dump here. So again, it's all about just trying to trust that 690 mark. Trusting that 690 mark, trusting $7, trusting again that that's going to hold. Now again, if it breaks and all of a sudden a short squeeze occurs, I just have to get out and accept the loss, and that's it. But again, I do want to make sure we're giving it at least a chance to see. Look at this, you know, top resistance, fall, top resistance, fall. So again, watching this one closely, still hitting that $7 top resistance, and we'll see what comes on up here in the near future. Still testing these marks. Again, it's all about watching the level 2. The left side are the bids, aka the buyers. The right side is the ask, aka the sellers. Let's see who's going to win this little battle here. Is it going to be buyers or is it going to be sellers? Let's see if we can get a nice little reversal here, traders. So you guys know my play, about a $20,000 trade right now. Want to see if we can be able to get that nice little fade and fall. Guys, let's go. Let's see if we can actually get this fade and fall here. If we can, guys, let's go! Come on now. We got to crack underneath the trend line now. Crack underneath the trend line. We're up $1,100 at this moment. If we can crack this trend line and actually go from bullishness to bearishness, that would be massive. So here's the trend line. We have to crack from bullishness to bearishness. And if we can crack from bullishness to bearishness, that's where we could be massive. So we got to go again. If we can change this mentality and actually get the crack and dump on down towards $6, we should be able to make some big money here today. Guys, we're up at $1,100, $1,200 right now. Guys, 630s. 630s trying to crack. Come on, can we crack 630s? So can we crack 630s here, guys? We're looking for the dump, looking for the crack, looking for the sell-off. 630, still trying to hold on up. Traders, we're up $1,500. $1,500. I'm going to take my profits. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to take my profits right there and get myself back to, again, making back a good chunk of my change here today. Traders, I'm taking my profits. Uptrend is still holding right there. All right. Hey, not a bad trade. A little over $1,000 over on that trade. And again, making my other loss more reasonable. And I'm happy with that trade. I'm happy with that setup. I'm happy with that idea. Now, obviously, if you're saying, Deck, why'd you take your profits? Because I don't know if we're going to break this area. I don't know if we're actually going to be able to crack this area. What I'm saying right now is we do a bounce play, bounce play, bounce play, bounce play. Do I think it will crack? The answer is yes, right? So the thing is, I do think it will crack. I just don't know. And I'd rather, again, lock in $1,500 or $1,100 when I have it. So, like, is there a chance that this one bounces back up to 660? Absolutely. Is there a chance that this one is going to start dumping here? Absolutely. But you know what? We got in on this play. We added at the top. We had a great entry of 680. Stock again start coming back on down. Made a little over, again, $1,000 on this trade. Pretty happy with that one. Pretty cool with that one. So, awesome job. Awesome work, and congratulations to anyone who made some gains over there. Hey, Deck, have you ever seen Jury Duty on Prime? Every time I see Ronald, I think of you. Let me see. Let me type in Jury Duty on Prime, Ronald. I hate a lot of times when people are like, hey, you look like this guy, because 99% of the time it's going to be someone that you probably don't feel like is that attractive. Let's see here. Ronald from Jury Duty. I have no idea. I've never seen the show. What the fuck? What are you talking about? I look like this guy? Someone tell me right now, do I look like this guy? If I look like this guy, I'm gonna be pissed. Is it I look like this guy? This is what I look like? I don't know. Is there a more handsome picture of him maybe? This is bullshit. Like, if this is what I look like, I am going to If this is what I look like, honestly, and you guys can tell, if this is what I look like, I am going to just go to my printer and just give myself paper cuts in between my fingers until, like, I just... That might be the worst, like, comparison. Hey, you know who you look like? You look like Jonah Hill. Hey, you know who you look like? You look like Seth Rogen. That sucked. Well, that kind of ruined my day a little bit. Damn. Whew. Okay. Okay, awesome. Super excited about that one. How about this? Let's see here. Let's see. Hey, Deck, don't worry. That was a bad picture. Okay, let's look for a different picture of this guy. Okay, let's look for a different picture of this guy. Apparently, the guy that I look like. Here, this. Guys, if this is what I look like, and again, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. But if I look like this guy in any sort of way, I'm not showing up tomorrow. Like, I'm done. I didn't realize I was living with a disadvantage my entire life. So, thank you for the comparison today. This is bullshit. Jeez. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my. Oh my, oh my. Deck, what celebrity do you actually get? I get one celebrity the most. Let me ask you, who is your, and again, anyone can say it. You probably, every single person probably gets like one person that they're like, oh, hey, you kind of look like that guy. You kind of look like this guy. You kind of see this guy. This is who I get the most. Okay? This is, let me see if I can find it. The person I get, let's see. Person I get the most, which I will take. I will take this. is I get Hugh Jackman the most. Like Hugh Jackman with the beard. Like Hugh Jackman X-Men. That's who I get the most. If you're like, hey, kind of look like a Hugh Jackman. And I say, hey, I'll take that. It's not too bad. That's not too shabby. That's who I'll take. But now, we basically, if we can just, this is how I've been thinking. This is how I've been thinking I've been looking my entire life. And now someone just gave me the hardest reality check in my life, saying this is how I mentally see myself. But instead, it's actually this. I don't know where things went wrong. I don't know where the tables have turned. I have no idea. But I think I went from this guy in my head to this guy. Whew. All right, here we go. Oh, shit! All right. Fuck! No, I'm hitting the gym later. Right now, Elab trying to, again, go on this nice little pop back on up. We took our profits. Good job to absolutely everyone. Let's just see if there's anything else we really love here on this day. Let's see if there's anything we absolutely, again, are feeling good about on this day here. Deck, you have more of an Adam Sandler shaped head. I agree. A little bit more round, a little more egghead style. Man, this live stream is just turning into a roast. Hey, Deck, yeah, you know, not only are you ugly, your jokes suck. Yeah, you're awful. Okay, jeez Louise. I might gotta take a little breather here. Might gotta go for a walk in a little bit. Think about my life's decisions. YMT, ONCO, Elab. Guys, Elab's still trying to squeeze. Guys, there is a chance that Elab could possibly go on this pop. What about SKYQ? SKYQ right now? SKYQ getting a little run. SKYQ. So we basically today, we've had a good trade, we've had a bad trade, we've had an okay trade. Bad trade, good trade, average trade. You know? Here we go. SKYQ, Elab. GAPIR. ONCO. Come on now. Let's get ourselves get involved in a trade here. Looking for this next possible rip and run. Guys, I'm just kidding around. We're just having some fun. Again, we don't take things that serious around here. It's fun to kind of get a little joking content. It's fun to, again, you know, turn on a little bit of heat. It's fun to, again, get a little roast going. We're all good here. Don't worry. I'm not. I totally don't care. Guys, Elab starting to work its way back on up here a little bit. Shout out to Elab. We're gonna see if this play can move. Let's see. YMT anything, right? No. GLMD anything? No. ONCO. ONCO still trying to move itself back on up towards that VWAP area. VWAP's going to be tough to break. Elab not doing too much. Traders, also little side note, if you have not yet, we have about 80 spots left over in the Tuesday webinar. The Tuesday webinar! If you know me, you know I give my 100% at all times. I'm hosting a free webinar next Tuesday where I'm going to teach you my strategy and how I trade full-time. Guys, make sure you sign up to this right here and right now. Click the link and, again, add your email. All you got to do is add your email and we will send you, right? We will send you the link on Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern time. As long as you are allowed to still put your email address in, we have not hit that 500 spots just yet. So make sure that you guys got it. Absolutely great. Fantastic. Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. YMT, anything? No. GAME, ONCO, GIPR. A little bit quiet here. A little bit more quiet. Now, even with a little bit more quietness, we have seen, like, you know, some crazy trades, guys. I lost 2,000. I made over 1,000. I made over 100. So I am slightly in the red. It would take, you know, just one more solid trade to get myself back to even, get myself back to green. We do like Elab as, again, the best trade so far today, but Elab could still spike. You know, Elab could still spike, absolutely. CMC at this time. Guys, again, April's been a little tricky for me. As you guys know, I've made money, I've lost money, I've made money, I've lost money. April's been a little bit of like a roller coaster. Now, what I will say is I do still like the LITE trade, guys. I'm going to say this right here for everyone. I do believe LITE could be an absolutely amazing short play coming up in the near future. Okay? This is one of these plays that I agree with you, right? I got one of these plays right here where LITE, this play is getting overextended. If we go over to a monthly time frame, LITE has now gone from $50 to $500 to coming up to $1,000. Traders, that is pretty nuts to be thinking about. We're all the way up towards almost $1,000 over on LITE. Guys, that's getting nuts. This play, $1,000 is going to be a very strong resistance line, very strong. And as we keep building up more and more and more, I'm definitely thinking we get ready for a possible shorting opportunity. I'm definitely thinking we get a possibility for that reversal. Now, some people might do put contracts, other people might just do shares. It is very scary to go against such a strong hot mover. But at the same time, when this stock does form that upper shadow, when this stock does, you know, eventually hit that top, when this stock does get that turn, this drop and the profits that are going to come from it are going to be legendary, right? It's going to be awesome. We see a lot of plays go on big time spikes. Rocket Lab runs up to 100, dumps line down to $68, right? We see a lot of plays. I mean, even Tesla, if we want to take a look all the way in, you know, past chart history pattern, where we see again, you know, stocks spike on up towards $500, hits 500, massive reversal down to 340, $100, $500, $1,000. Right? These are all going to be extremely strong reversal areas. These are all going to be very tough areas, natural resistance lines. You guys take a look over on these plays right here. You know, that's something that you guys got to be on top of. So you guys are watching LITE at this moment. We came up towards around 960. Hey, is 960 going to be that top mark? Or is it going to be 980? Or could it be $1,000? It's just one of these plays that could keep on going. And that $1,000 mark is not going to be easy to break. That $1,000 mark is going to be very difficult. So I will say, I am watching this $1,000 mark closely on LITE for the potential of a very big short in the future. All right, I just want to throw that out there right here and right now, that this is a play that, you know, if April has been tricky with day trades, I am not against. Hey guys, let's go ahead and throw our money in over on a big short, right? Guys, SKYQ right now, guys, starting to squeeze. SKYQ, this is an oil play. Just a little heads on up. SKYQ oil stock is trying to get some momentum right now as we talk about. Could SKYQ keep on going more and more and more? How high? I would not short SKYQ until it's above $10. I'm going to make that super clear and clear for everyone. I would not short this play until it's above $10. I don't want to get caught up in any sort of crazy squeeze or anything. So I am very interested on an LITE short play for the future. SKYQ right here. This is another play that we're going to continue to keep our eyes peeled on. The next big thing to really get pumped about, other than like LITE or SNDK, is the big short, right? We are the big, is the Tuesday webinar. The Tuesday webinar, guys, I'm so excited about that. I'm putting a lot of work into that. I want to make sure for every single person that signs up on Tuesday, you guys are getting true value. You guys are getting everything you need, where you guys are saying to yourself, man, I really learned a lot here. So again, Tuesday webinar, make sure that you guys are pumped up and excited about that. That's going to be fantastic. Deck, how many shares would you do on LITE? I don't know, do some math. How many shares can I get for, I'd probably do like a $30,000 investment. So how many shares can I get for $30,000 over on LITE? Right? So LITE 960, I mean what, 300 shares? Right? Or wait, 300 shares? Yeah, 300 shares, correct? Yeah, it comes up to 1,000, 300, no wait, 30 shares? Is that as many as I can get? 30? With Yeah. So 30 shares. But again, it's like, Deck, 30 shares isn't that much. But again, 30 shares, guys, that adds up very quickly. You know, we're talking about every $10. Guess what? We're making 300 bucks. Okay. So, Deck, $10, isn't that a big move? No, the stock moves $60 today. So the thing is, you can make a lot of money, a lot of cash in a very quick manner, even with, again, 30 shares. Even with 10 shares, you can make a lot of money. Guys, SKYQ still going. I would not be shorting SKYQ until it breaks, $10 plus. Lost camera. Hold on. Let me fix that for you guys. 1 second. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. We're back, and we're alive, and we're feeling great. LITE, guys, LITE 960 getting a little bit of reversal back on down. All right, here. Traders, SKYQ definitely going to be a top play. And then on top of that, other than SKYQ, we are going to just continuously keep our eyes peeled over on over on LITE. See what that one does for us. Traders, April has been a little tricky. I do think April is going to be a month where I am just going to be looking for one large trade. You know, I might just do that swing trade over on LITE or an SNDK as we come up to $1,000, just because I know that's going to be a wild, wild time for us. Guys, I do not want to overtrade today. I don't want to force. I'm again slightly in the red, and I'm willing to accept that right here. I just feel like April so far has been tricky. I want to find a little bit of a flow, and I feel like sometimes maybe just kind of getting outside of like the front lines and maybe just doing a long-term trade, not a long-term, like a week-long, 2-week, 3-long hold. LITE might be it. So LITE might be the bread and butter here. That's kind of what I'm waiting for, and that's what I'm watching, and that's kind of what I'm eyeing up right now. Little heads on up, SKYQ at this moment did and is having that reversal. SKYQ is having that reversal. Elab right now is also having that reversal. Shout out to all my traders still holding Elab. And then ONCO also having that reversal as well. SKYQ starting to dump. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to again call it for myself. I don't want to overtrade. I am going to be getting ready for my LITE trade though. LITE trade is going to be coming on up. That is going to be my main focus moving forward. Okay? Once I do pull the trigger on that, I will let you guys know. But again, we are coming on down here. Don't want to overtrade. Don't want to force. I'm not really liking too much right now, and I just feel like I'm going to put myself in more trouble, and I don't want to do that. So, big thing, guys. Make sure you guys are ready to go for Tuesday. Make sure you guys are all signed up, ready to rock and roll. I just want to say again, thank you so much for everyone who joins us day in and day out. You guys are absolutely fantastic in every single way. I love you guys. You guys are fantastic, amazing, and absolutely the best of the best. Traders, have a wonderful rest of your day. Enjoy your profits, enjoy your gains. Yeah, we had some fun trades today. $1,000 profit. We took a little bit of a loss. At the same time, again, really confident moving forward. I just feel like it's been a little choppy and a little harder. I'm getting ready for that LITE short right around 1,000 and getting ready for that reversal. So, team, I love you. Thank you so much for you. I appreciate you. And let's see what we get coming up here in the near future. Team, enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy your profits. Enjoy those gains. Live stream is up and helping traders over on tradecaster.com. Thank you, guys. I love you. Have a good one and help me wrap it on up in 3, 2, 1. Ah!